Well, baby, hand me the keys, and I will take you to a place and set your mind at ease. Don't you tickle my foot bottom, baby, please. Don't you play with my nose, cause I'm a hatchoon sneeze. Well, you are the bun, and me are the cheese. And if I'm me are the rice, well, baby, love you the peas. I'm bombastic, and the fantastic. Got me on the box, she says I'm Mr.
None of mercy.
Romantic, tell me, Mr. Lover.
Back to the future.
Girl, Mr. Lover. I'm Mr. Lover. She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Romantic. Call me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Smooth. Just like a silk, soft and cuddly, hug me up like a quilt. I'm a lyrical lover, now take me thin filled with my sexual physique. You know me well, Bill, do me, oh my, well, can't you tell? I'm just like a turtle crawling out of my shell. Girl, you captivate my body, put me under a spell. With your couscous perfume, I love your sweet smell. You're the young girl who can ring my bell, and I can take rejection. So you tell me go to well, I'm bombastic, fantastic. Put me on me box, she says I'm Mr. Romantic, call me fantastic. She took me on the box, she says I'm Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Put me on me box, she call me Mr.
Back to the future.
Tell me fantastic, she took me on the box, she says I'm Mr.
None of mercy. Because girl a fly all the way from Paris, and I tell me how she prayed that Chuck Norris. She no want a man to thump and box and kick my fist. Want a man that is romantic, well. Girl a fly all the way from Rome, and I tell me that she prayed that Sylvester Stallone. She really want a man to make she moan and groan. Simone, no want a man to come and rock up her bound. So me see man a exercise, a train and practice. Can't afford to be lost on the golden list. If you fail to fulfill the woman them promise, she a go say you suffer a this you what is. In the time when woman want all them business fixed, and a man a compose like him a double six. Woman a go get mad and say but what is this? Pick him up like this, your missus. Well, woman want the loving, so them start get hyper. Say she na request not a Wesley sniper. She want a good lover man that is her type. To turn off the light and make she feel alright. Tonight, jungle light, hey. Girl a fly all the way from Paris, and I tell me how she prayed that Chuck Norris. She no want no man to thump and box and kick my fist. Want a man that is romantic, well. Girl a fly all the way from Rome, and I tell me that she prayed that Sylvester Stallone. She really want a man to make she moan and groan. She don't want a man to come and rock up her home.
Ain't no use pretending you don't feel the way I do.
Check it.
With this message that your body's sending, I can tell you want it too. What do you wanna hide? The way you feel inside? It's too late to turn back now. Every little touch, it means so much. So girl, just let me show you why. Your body can't lie to me, 'cause I know just what you need. Your body can't lie to me, 'cause you're in need of some sexual healing.
Me have the remedy for the act, me have the remedy for the brain, me have the agony for the body to make you touch like a train. Remedy for the act, me have the remedy for the, me have the agony for the body to make you touch like a train. Extreme love that you cannot complain. I'm the only man, you don't stop call me name. I'm like the blood circulating by pain. If it's shabba, you just allow me.
My caresses take you places where you've never been before. To the edge of your desire,
I'm coming
you don't want it more and more. But do you wanna fight? Turn out the light. Come, let's make tonight the night. There's no resistance, love is insistent. Come, let's make it right tonight.
Well, all original youth and know them have a big in their life, man. Big up on the chest, man. Put your band on one of the case again. You reckon them some road boy. Want you know coming around with things this year.
This is your first and last.
I am moving like a nuclear. If you want to test me, only find a new gear. But you moving like a nuclear. If you want to test me, only must be prepared. Love me, care me, love me, buy me, love me, money and thing. But most of all, me love me browning. Love me, care me, love me, buy me, love me, money and thing. But most of all, me love me browning. Pamela and Dan, Suzette and Nadine, I wanna what the whole vibe of them thinking. Them a plan and them a con and them a scheme, cause them want much of me and me browning. But all the rumor them a spread and a fuck up her head, my land, and not listening. And she know what she alone and me must come back home to her in the evening. Don't stop crying for all black woman. Respect all the girl them with dark complexion, but you don't stop crying for all black woman. One heap of things I want for uno complexion. Black is beauty, uno color is one in a million. Have it from birth a natural suntan. Smooth like a grape, not true you use your lotion. Take care of your complexion. What am I do? What am I try? Where the whole of them a plan? Don't get me wrong because we love black woman and we don't stop cry. For all black woman, respect all the girl them with that complexion. We don't stop cry. For all black woman, enough things I want for uno complexion. Someone
Mr. Lonely, baby girl, come back to me. Pure loneliness in my life since you're gone. Mad Cabra once more alongside Berry Sam and Berries. Who are you sing to the girls?
Feeling lonely, now you're gone and left me. I just can't get over you not being my lover.
What's this? Think it over, baby girl. Me I beg me loneliness. I come down like a tent and I let think it over. Baby girl, me I beg me loneliness. I come down like a tent and I can't get over. Girl, this separation can't get over. Some things are right, can't be wrong, can't get over. No matter how hard me try, right? You know me have to ask the question why.
Woman, practice what you preach. This bag of telephone talk, I'm dying for it. Face to face, we must meet, man. It was on the beach.
You sound so sweet on the line. You make my day every time. You sound so sweet on the line. You make my day every time.
Bedbook, the world a girl cry, man. Bedbook, step up and don't play. Girls of mercy, I am bad, mad, and no wicked in the bed. Wicked bad and mad in the bed. I am bad, mad, and no wicked in the bed. Wicked bad and mad in the bed. All of the girls go tell the world that I am wicked in bed. Bad, mad, and no wicked in the. All of the girls go tell the world that I am wicked in bed. Wicked bad and mad in the bed. I am bad, mad, and no wicked in the bed. Wicked bad and mad in the bed. Enough in the bed, me don't want Alfred. Don't want Tony, me don't want it. Me don't promote mama man, all mama man to bed. Pop, pop, lick a shot in a mama man. Head I am bad, mad, and no wicked in the bed. Wicked bad and mad in the bed.
Champion lover, no wings up tonight. Well, champion lover, gonna make you feel alright. Oh,
They call me Mr. Lover, man. They call me Mr. Lover. Mr. Lover, man. They call me Mr. Lover. They call me Mr. Lover, man. They call me Mr. Lover. Mr. Lover, man. They call me Mr. Lover. Because a woman take a trip, she coming from England to satisfy her soul. You know, say she want a man. Booms, it's on my ranking. She buck up and I go and make she explode just like a bomb. Every hour, every minute, and every second.
champion lover, no wings up tonight. Well, champion lover, gonna make you feel alright. Oh.
Back to the future.
Turn your lights down low and pull your window curtain. Turn your lights down low and pull your window curtain. Oh, let your moon come shining in some good, good loving. Turn your lights down low. Never try to resist. Oh no. Nah, nah, nah. Oh, let your love come shining in. Nah, nah, nah. Into our lives again. Nah, nah, nah. Saying, ooh, I love you. I love you. I love you. And I want you to know right now. Know right now. Ooh, I love you.
When's the last time you heard styles like these?
Are you ready for Party done.
Throwback Thursday. We giving you the best throwbacks, the anthems, and dance all greats.
Wine to me, baby. Rock on. The bad girl is so cold. Cheer up your body, jiggle the back, your body, tip a party, bubble fatty, dirty pan.
Throwback Thursday.
When the top boy evolution.
Boom 1069.
Don't you ever look down when you're on the right road. Don't turn around.
Put 'em up, bring it up.
The road is long and rugged. Yeah.
Put 'em up.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Keep climbing that mountain. We're heading straight to the top. Know that we're going right down to the very last drop. I know we're gonna make it. The children say we not giving up.
Let's go.
We not giving up.
Come on.
We not giving up. We not giving up.
Put 'em up. Let us see it. Let us see it. Let us see it.
We not giving up.
Let's go.
Come shady, let it go.
The dance, get ready now for the dance, bring it up and the dance, girl rock out and the dance, just dance and swing it, girls wind up low and bring it. Mr. DJ, turn it up, spin it, I make the girl them dance and sing it. You see the girl them Marcel want win it, and if him can't punch her, him a go rim it. And just see how the way she a flip it, and when she wind up low and dip it, when she a grip it.
No man, shady, no. Highly flavored, good morning. Richard, morning, Richard. Mary, good morning to you, darling. I know you're partying this morning because it's Throwback Thursday. George Valentine, Buenos Dias. Come shady. We know better than that. Give me a break. Let me say good morning. Oh, yeah. Give me an instrumental. Let me just say good morning. Then we will let it go. Yeah? You know. Wait in the background. Shady fault again. Yeah. Mary, good morning. Well, I need to hear you. Your mic on mute over there.
I name big.
Yeah.
Everything is my fault.
Speak like you are here on the Chester, man.
I say like I name big, everything is my fault.
Oh, like that was a good one. You came good there. Bonnet Ryan, good morning to you, darling. Hardy Flavor, good morning. Alicia John, good morning to you. Jacqueline, good morning. Preston, morning. Hey, Glenda McIntosh, morning to you, darling. How is Beckway? Glenda's Beckway. Yeah, that's you. Alright, hold on. Let me shout out my buddy Shalom. SVG Tires, good morning to you, buddy. SVG Tires, they've got a special on tires by a regular price. Buy at regular price and get the fourth one for free. Yeah, you know where they're located, right? They're located in Kingston, in Paul's Avenue, right to the back of us here. You can call them at 457-1467. Or in Annisville, they've got a location in Annisville at 456-6444. Now, don't get mixed up, all right, as to the tire shops in Annisville. They're located in the St. James Medical School area there. Just go up in the gap there, so right there, you can't miss them, all right? That's where SVG Tires, they're located at in Annisville. So make sure you give them a check out, yeah? And why not? Why not? Hey, my buddy Woodsy is here. He came in yesterday. My boy Woodsy. I picked him up at the airport. The man like if he didn't even know what way to go. I said, boy, you're embarrassing me there, man. Like you sit down in the back of the plane. You last came off. Something was... he last came off. I said, what's going on with you, man? You moving so? But anyway, make sure you check them out. They open from 2 o'clock today, this afternoon. Woodsies. Hey, Tanya, morning, darling. I ain't see Tanya on your live yet. We got to say a special good morning to Tanya this morning. I'll tell you why later on, all right? Check out Woodsies and Bar, the restaurant. They open from 2 o'clock today. You know where they're located. At 1133 Clarkson Avenue in Brooklyn, New York City. Yeah? You know what they got. All the latest, yeah, in Caribbean and West Indian food, North American food, all the American burgers, chicken, rice, peas, and Caribbean skirt steaks. Get your appetizers as well. Your pulled chicken sliders, mozzarella stick, and all the plantain chips and all the stuff from St. Vincent. You know, you can get breadfruit fries and all that. Woodsies. Yeah? So check out Woodsies, people. Don't monkey yourself. Check them out. Yesterday, you imagine yesterday I pick up this man, right? And yesterday is when they had the big for the North Union Alumni Week of Activities. Yesterday I pick up the man, and yesterday they had the River and Beach Cook. So I say, well, we going. Shady, I say we going because that's the only reason why I pick him up in the airport. I say, well, we going. Things nice, you know what I mean? I don't go and dress up in my my swim trunks and I don't put the tube in the back of my Jeep. You know, the tube from the tire. You know what them things. You know what tire tube and them kind of things. You know what tire tube? Yeah. I don't put that in the back of my Jeep. My floaters, my everything, fins and yeah, yes. You know what I mean? I say we're going river to cook. So I say, okay, well, pick him up, drop him home. Think, well, okay, now we going him. Well, I go roll. You know how you talk now? I go roll up there a little bit later, you know. I said, but what is this at all?
You don't know what's going on there?
You don't know what's going on there? Man, I mean, what kind of embarrassment thing is that, Woodsy? But anyway, the action continues for the North Union Alumni Week of Activities. Tomorrow night, they've got their karaoke, which is $50. And on Saturday, they've got their big gala, the big gala where you dress up nice at the Spring Garden Resort, and that's for $200. Yeah, so you gotta go check them out. Yeah, we need things to do. Hotel Alexandrina, if you're looking for that ultimate destination for relaxation and exceptional flavor, look no further than Hotel Alexandrina Culture Bar and Grill. I think we're going to make the Cutlass Carols Day tomorrow. You just care, you spend, you kind of, you pocket heavy now. Yeah, you pocket heavy, yeah? Chambers boy, I think we should let him carry it. We do a late lunch day tomorrow. Tomorrow, late lunch. We're doing late lunch at Hotel Alexandrina tomorrow from 3 p.m. Yeah, that's in Prospect. Yeah, so it's from Mondays to Saturdays. So tomorrow, Friday, from 3 o'clock, we will be there having late lunch. All right, and we will be there. And I'm saying we'll be there because he have no choice. Is he coming down there? I saw somebody coming by the door down there and this thing. He have no choice. He will be there tomorrow. Alright? We will be there tomorrow. And he paying. He have to pay the bill. He can't see he ain't have no money. He have to pay the bill. Alright? So tomorrow from 3 o'clock, and they have their menu, nice atmosphere, nice ambience, Vincentian hospitality. Call 456-9788. I wonder if we need to make a reservation. Maybe we will do that. Just to insist that we make sure that we go. Right? That's Culture Bar and Grill at Hotel Alexandrina tomorrow. We'll be there. We're going. Nothing holding way back. We're going there. We're going there for sure. Yeah? And listen, Flo say, cash back with Flo this September. Flo is giving you all your cash back. That's right. All your money back at Flo. Yeah? Pay off your bill and be one of the lucky customers to get all your cash back from Flo every week. Visit a Flo store or pay your bill online. Yeah? At the Flo partner stores to get your money back. In other words, your cash back. Yeah? And listen, here's what else you can do. What else you can do. You can win big with Flo. You can walk away with an iPhone 14, not a 10, not a 9, not a 11, but a 14. You can walk away with an iPhone 14. Yeah? A smart TV, a smartphone, a smart shopping voucher, because you can get to go. Wait a man, you won't kill yourself. Remember, Chambers just say, call me and say tomorrow, late lunch at Hotel Alexandrina. You on the line, you hear me? So don't monkey yourself, hurry up and come. Yeah? Yeah. Hey, you can't even catch your breath. Yeah. Shopping voucher and more. Yeah, simply top up $10 or more. Or activate a 3, 7, or 30-day prepaid combo plan to win. It's that easy to win with Flo this September. Yeah, Flo's got it all. Yeah? You can also get free internet for 1 month. If you don't have Flo internet at home, sign up now. Pay no bill. No installation for 1 month. Oh, 1 whole month when you sign up for a Flow high-speed internet package this September. And this is only for September. What else is happening in September? Well, today we call it the job fair. That's what they call it. It's a job fair. Continues, yeah. As Sandals continue to hire people today. Today, Sandals is hiring people, 500 to 700 Vincentians. Now, if all you want to monkey all yourself, right? And I know how some of you stop. Where Dove there? Dove, where you and Tanya there? Oh, look Kenson. Oh, gosh. Don't call. You block me lines of them. None, we're ready for you yet. Ready for you, yeah? If all you want to monkey yourself, Richard, Robocop, tell them for me, please. If they want to monkey themselves and they don't want to go to the job fair by Sandals, right? And Sandals have to bring in people to get work because all ain't turning up to get work. And then if you hear them, imagine Sandals bringing in people, Sandals bringing in. How all you chop it? Yeah? Who does that? Who does that? Sandals, the biggest brand in the Caribbean, one of the biggest hotel brands in the world, and St. Vincent hiring people. And they say, come, we will give you a walk, give you a job, walk with your resume, walk with something to tell we what you could do. Just come. And all you don't want to go, all you prefer to sit down on the block and smoke weed and drink rum. Huh? And then when they have to bring in people because they ain't get enough Vincentians, they go hear them up in arms. Oh, look, Sanders bringing in people. And they, how about Sanders? How the government? Oh, what kind of choppiness? Oh, we're here is really. We're here is really. Morning, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, morning. Can you say, boss, you do not need all of that to take it in the river. Big Joseph is really who I guess where ain't tell me who say that? He said because he never eat macaque. Huh? Winston, morning, buddy. Tanya, morning. I'm not even going to repeat that what you saying to Tanya. Tanya, you just trying to promote all the NDP thing we all have in Brooklyn. But who does it go in? Who does it go in?
Me?
Who? Me? Dr. Friday? Who else you say go in? Chevon? Lavon? Somebody else go in. This is Major ain't going. This is they ain't carrying Major. No Major. No Major. Listen, no Major. Tanya said no Major. What do you want Major? Tanya, you said so yesterday morning. No Major. No Major. All right.
You know we had 2 more murders recently.
I saw that they were carrying out a body from, where is it? Dorset? No, not Dorset. Where was that?
I think one happened
at French's, Rockies, French's area. One day, and the other one was where? In Camden Park. Yeah. And all they can't blame my partner now, you know. All they can't call up my partner calling John name anymore now. Yeah. All they can't call when the murders continue. Robocop, how much we have so far for the year? How many murders we have so far for the year?
I think about 40 now.
About 40 now. Yeah. And we in September, we in October. Lord of mercy. Do you understand that per capita, we have one of the highest murder rates in the world? Per capita? Do you guys understand that? Do you understand the optics of this? Do you understand how this look per capita, not even Jamaica or Trinidad have got murder rate as high as us per capita. Per capita mean every 100,000. And by the time December come, we don't know how many more we will have. This is ridiculous. Morning.
Morning, I haven't put a spoke.
Morning. Bring the spoke. Bring the spoke.
Morning.
Bring the spoke. That spoke. Bring the spoke. Let me go.
Yeah, that is not good publicity for St. Vincent, especially now Sandals coming.
But isn't that me killing people? Who you mean is not?
No. You know, let it just play out wherever it is. But
So just leave it so. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody.
No, that is bad publicity.
That is that is bad publicity. That we have about 40
okay, so you put
murders.
it in the newspaper. No. You put it in the newspaper.
Right.
All right. You
Right.
don't see it.
Mm.
You don't hear Barbados, Grenada, Jamaica, none of them putting them thing on the airways.
Wait, man, go back to bed. Go back to bed. Bones, go back to bed.
Listen.
Bones, go back to bed. Go and let your wife hug you up.
Bad publicity.
Go and let your wife hug you up.
Hey,
Go
now,
back to bed.
You want me set Dr. you again this morning? You see? You see the kind of beat up here?
Boy, I have nothing to say about that, man. I have nothing to
I
say.
will set them on your head this
All
morning.
kind of people messaged on my phone yesterday about how about that situation with how Dr. Let me call him by his official name, Cecil Richards.
Dr. Richards.
Behaved yesterday morning. I think he might open that, I don't know if he called us out there. And I
Yeah.
have nothing to say. My
How you
phone
gonna
was going off.
How you gonna say?
Even when
Yeah,
Woodsy,
I-
when I pick up Woodsy asks me, why your phone going off? So I say, Woodsy, watch. I have nothing to
but guess
say.
what now? Guess what? Me and Doc and I just have our differences. But I was on his train yesterday. Shady, you must stop playing them kind of music on the radio, boy.
Beaten up.
What happened, Shady? Shady lose his tongue?
Well, let's just walk in, that's why.
Oh God! What's the problem now? What exactly? Whenever he's on the air, there's a problem. What's the problem?
Doc, he comes and talking about Doc. I say I have nothing
Talking about
to
who?
say. I have nothing to say about Dr. Cecil Richards' behavior yesterday. I have nothing
What
to say.
behavior?
I
did hear that he was very upset because you guys were playing a song saying "Woman Like Money."
Yeah, that he said that you didn't like.
Well, I wasn't that I didn't like it. I can't remember saying that. What I can remember recalling is I find the song very amusing. And we must be careful that we also maintain a sense of humor in this world. And especially when that is combined with the truth.
Bones, I have nothing to say with regards to you and Steve.
So let's be honest.
I keep it on you and Steve.
Bones.
I stepping away from my microphone. You and Steve with
Bones.
You and Steve with talk. I
Bones.
keep it away. I keep it away.
Bones, what did you think of the song?
No. I didn't think it was appropriate for radio, I'll be honest with you.
You what?
No, we in St. Vincent, right? And every now and then everybody's stirring up thing about the way women are treated in St. Vincent,
Right.
that and that. And I mean, okay. So let's say that is the case.
Uh-huh.
You don't need that women like money. You don't need to reiterate it on the radio in a song like that.
But hold on. Men don't like money too?
Well, this is the other thing. This is the thing.
We all like money. I don't see what the big deal is. And the reality is, Bones, let's be honest, right? Let's be very honest here. Okay?
Right.
Look at some of us older men. And let's be realistic here. When you see an older man, when you see a 70-year-old man with a hot-looking 30-year-old or 25-year-old, what do you think, Bones? What do you think she's with him for?
I have nothing to say.
Answer me now, Bones.
Camaraderie and companionship.
Okay, let's talk about that. Who is getting the compadre and companionship?
It could be all talk, you know.
You lie. You know exactly the truth. What you like a damn politician now? I thought you were a decent, upstanding citizen who don't throw the flag. Now you're talking like a politician.
You have this
Thank
one
you.
Track, you have this one track mind. You know that you don't put me in your
Wife the right
but-
next to him, so he
Listen, Cheryl is an idiot, okay? I have known Cheryl for decades. Cheryl is an idiot. Cheryl is a
right
gorgeous
next to
woman.
him.
I
She right
don't,
next to
yeah.
him.
But
See, he have to
excuse
say
me
what
a
he
second.
say.
Let me ask Bones. Bones,
Oi,
you think Cheryl would still be with you today if you were a poor man? Driving, being a conductor in a
I
van?
going outside to warm up my
Hey,
coffee.
Bones?
I going to warm up my coffee.
how you mean?
Put on Cheryl. Let me say how she sung when she lied.
I going to warm up my coffee. I left the studio.
He right there, he's drunk here listening to you.
I left the studio.
Listen, Cheryl was stupid, right? Because she fell in love when you were young. So that's why she married you. But my friend,
Tell him.
she would have leave your sad backside many moons ago if you wouldn't begin to make some serious money and work hard. You would have been done long time.
It's the hidden treasures that you don't know about.
And he said, I said,
Self-praise. Excuse me. Self-praise is no damn. I ain't hear Cheryl talking about no hidden treasures.
He said he have hidden treasures. Right?
Exactly. More money. More money. More money, Bones. More money for Cheryl to spend.
He said he have hidden treasures.
Anyway,
So if you want to fool yourself, you go right ahead. Anyway,
Bones called to tell us that. Bones called just now to say I should not be talking about the 40 murders because it makes St. Vincent look bad.
we've only had 40 so far.
Yes, but Bones, are you being real or you being sarcastic? You going back to your morons?
No. I honestly don't think it's good publicity.
But Bones, it is happening.
Bones, they say any publicity is good publicity.
But Bones, it is happening.
What are we supposed to do? Ignore it?
Bing. You don't need to reiterate it on the radio, man.
So we should hide it.
But what is this at
No,
all?
it doesn't matter hiding.
What if it was 80 murders, Bones? Should we not talk about it?
No. No, we know what it is. But you don't need the outside world to really know what's really going on.
Okay.
We should hide it.
Yeah, okay. You know.
All you need to do.
Do you know how?
No. What all you need to do?
Uh-huh.
Is demand, right? That the security
Thank you, sir.
becomes better. Whether it's the government or the commissioner of police.
Well, you can't blame Colin again. You can't blame Colin again. So it's who now? So who should demand it from now? Because it's not Colin anymore. So who now? Who?
No, well,
You ain't gonna say who. Because going back to your morons.
Who is the Minister of National Security?
Bones, we have a serious crime problem in this country, and in the last several years, we've heard no real strategy on how to address it. None. Zero.
Stephen, it falls under the guide of the Ministry of National Security.
Thank you,
Who's the
sir.
Minister of National
So Bones, when we don't talk about it, right? And the Minister of National Security or the Commissioner of Police go and hold a press briefing to talk about it. They shouldn't talk about it too.
No, you keep it within the confines of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
And when the opposition talk about it and say we have a serious problem here.
Crime problem.
Yes, they shouldn't talk about it.
No, they could talk about it. I don't care. It should come from them first.
Really?
That's their job.
So they're more important than we are as citizens in the country?
No, that doesn't mean that you can't say.
But you just said we shouldn't be talking about it.
Bones, we have to be concerned. Well, we live here, you live in Canada, you could keep your backside quiet. You could.
It's judges and things he up there working for him.
Exactly. He would big
judges and
shots.
senators and all these people he up there working for
And rich people,
congressmen.
buddy, you can't trust
You know
them
what I
rich
mean?
people like Bones. Can't trust them.
And he talking about you right where is always saying that. Them
Always
people
right.
out there.
Absolutely. Stay out there. Let them stay out there.
Stay out of our business. Stay out of
No, but Bones could. Yeah.
No, ask Steve how much citizenship he got. He born in England.
But you live in St. Vincent.
I live here.
You live in St. Vincent. You ain't live here. You don't. They're making you damn money.
No, but Bones have land in the country, so he could come. He could stay.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
As far as I know, you're not allowed to have more than 2 citizenships. Steve got 3.
I have
They'll
3.
lock you up.
I have 3. That is correct.
So what are you throwing shots at the opposition leader now? You're going back to your moorings. You're going back to your moorings. Bones, yes, careful on the highway. Careful on the highway.
Bones, let me ask you a
Focus on
question.
the highway.
Bones, should anybody who's running to be a candidate in this country, if they are a United States citizen, right, and a Vincentian, should they have to give up their U.S. citizenship, in your opinion? What's your view?
Yes, I always believe if you want to represent a country,
Yes, you should.
you don't hold no other citizenship.
I see. Okay.
How Jomo ran and he was a citizen of the United States?
Man, listen up. Well, I mean...
You're choking, boy. You're choking.
Come back to the moorings again. He come back to the
No, but you see, there's going to be a battle at some point in time in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you know.
Uh-huh.
Because they had it in Australia and other places, and every single one of them who held dual citizenship had to vacate the seat.
Right.
Every one of them.
Uh-huh.
And we fall under the same guidelines.
But hold on. But it wasn't there a rule that Straker had dual citizenship too? So, I mean, Jomo's not unique? Jomo's not unique?
No, he said he gave up his. I don't know if Jomo...
Well, did we ever see any evidence of that?
Did you see it? Were you
Did
there?
we ever see any evidence of that?
Did you see how it looked? What color was the paper?
I can tell you what it looks like because I've seen it from people who have renounced their U.S. citizenship. I can show you what the paper looks like. I never saw any paper from Mr. Straker.
So then why I'm doing the opposition?
Same principle.
Gone back to more.
No. What I mean is, why did the opposition demand that?
Well, how the opposition can demand that?
Apparently they didn't demand anything because Straker served for 15 or 20 years in this country, so I don't know if they demanded anything.
Why, Bing, one of these days you can't go back way, you know.
Why, I will always be a backward man. You keep your eyes focused on the road, buddy. Keep your eyes focused on the road.
Hey, Bones.
Cheryl, keep him focused with me, please.
You can't be focused on the road when Cheryl in the Jeep next to him. Have you seen Cheryl? Cheryl's a fine-looking woman, you know.
Well, he said he have hidden treasures.
I will never understand why that woman married him.
Remember, he said he have hidden treasures.
Money.
Hidden treasure. We are not allowed to speak
Hold on,
about
let me hear it.
this.
Bones, go ahead, Bones.
It's only 38 years we married her and 43 since we together.
That poor woman. I feel so sorry for
probably
her.
suffering.
No one. Did she stop drinking now?
She's probably
She stopped
suffering
drinking?
like
Because I heard she was drinking heavily the other day, Bones. Did she stop now?
suffering like hell. It's a hidden treasures, but we're not allowed to speak about that.
No. All this I have plenty money, so she's only...
Sharon, take the phone away from me for me, please, okay? Thank you very much.
Cheryl, have a wonderful day, eh? Keep that man under control, yeah? Later, buddy.
All right,
Take
cool
care, man.
bless,
Good
yeah,
chat.
cool bless.
So listen, I want to apologize first of all. Before we go back to Pastor and the song and whatever, right? I want to apologize, Bing. Because apparently I upset a lot of people yesterday when I suggested, that we should all get killed at 75.
But you always do that.
So I want to change my position slightly.
What you want to say?
Well, I want to come back with a more comprehensive package since we're in a negotiating sphere here.
Right.
My suggestion is that we have a problem with NIS.
Right.
The problem we have with NIS is people are living too long, right?
Right.
And people are not working and contributing for long enough.
Right.
So, in a few weeks' time, I'm sure, or a few months' time, the government will announce we're going to increase NIS contributions again.
Mm-hmm.
I presume they'll say they're going to increase the ceiling for contributions again, I assume. And will they say that we also need to move up the retirement age? I don't know. Because my proposition is simple. We're moving the retirement age from 65 to 67 with effect from next year.
That is what you propose.
This is my proposal. All right?
65 to 67. Why?
Or 68.
Why?
Because people are living longer. When that retirement age was first set, I think it was 60, by the way. They're in the process now of increasing it to 65, right? When that was first set, Bing, people were dropping dead much earlier. We're now living longer. How do you expect the same amount of money? Let's say you've saved up $100,000, Bing, and you're 60 years old and you retire and you go home. You have $100,000 to live on. And you're expecting to live your average life, you're expecting to be dead at 70, 72. Let's call it 12 years. Suddenly, 30 years later, you're not living to 72 anymore, you're living to 75. What are you going to do about that money? You see, we're not talking about the fundamental underlying problems of NIS. We're figuring around the things. And there are legitimate queries about investments and administrative costs and all of these kinds of things. Those are all legitimate, don't get me wrong. But we have to look at the fundamental issue. What we should look at is what is the average lifespan now versus what the average lifespan was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, etc. And then we have a better indication of what's going on. So having consulted with everybody, we're going to increase, I'm announcing it on the radio. I'm going to increase the NIS retirement age to 67.
You're moving it up.
I'm moving it from 65 to 67, maybe even 68, depending on what mood I'm in tomorrow. Okay? Right. Okay? I'm going to leave my contributions where they are, but I'm going to raise the maximum. Stephen Joachim, who earns $8,000 EC dollars a month, is currently paying contributions based upon a maximum salary of just over $4,000. That needs to be raised.
You want to carry that up?
Yes. So I should pay more NIS if I want more benefits too. I don't have a problem with that. By the way, you ever ask yourself, how much do people contribute? Because you're a big one saying, but they contribute, they deserve this and that, right? That's your favorite thing. Correct?
Right.
Right. Has anybody ever done a calculation to say, listen, over my 30 working years, I contributed X amount of money. Right? If I had put that in stock market investments, etc., it would have grown to such and such an amount. Here is what the NIS are paying me back. I can present value that back to see what it's worth.
But you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice.
No, I'm just saying it'd be an interesting exercise.
Right.
But the other part of the plan is I have generously decided that instead of killing you at 75, I'm going to kill you at 80.
So you carry up your age and poison people now. Get rid of them.
Yeah, we get rid of them at 80. What do you think of that instead? 80 is good, isn't it? You want to live beyond 80? You see a lot of people beyond 80, Bing?
So what? So
who is going to wipe your backside? Since you don't want to use a smart toilet, who is going to wipe your backside at 80 years old?
Hold on. Yes. So you're going to carry up the contributions?
I'm covering up the contributions for those of us who are making more money.
Who carry more money?
Yeah.
And those who are not making as 8,000 as you,
I'll leave them there.
And live to 8,000 and live to 80. What happens to them?
81?
80.
They can't live to 81.
80.
We have a big celebration birthday, right, for you. Paid for by the NIS, of course. Right? Up to a maximum of $5,000. And then the next day you get your injection.
Something definitely.
You go home. What do you think? Man, how? I'm just throwing out ideas. Do you think it is wrong to do?
Bernadette.
What does Bernadette think? Bernadette agrees.
Bernadette, what a human being. But it's a comprehensive package. Agreed.
Thank you, bud. You're a good man, buddy. You're a good man. You see, I come here with solutions, Bing.
What a human being.
I come with solutions for you, buddy. I'm not just talking. I have solutions. And every time you ask, I tell you I have the answers. And y'all don't take me up on it. That's all. So I have decided. I've also come up with a solution for the political problem.
Yes, that's it.
First of all, we have to identify the problem. People are in office too long. They get too comfortable. You know, the people, when you're in office, you automatically have a big advantage in terms of being re-elected.
Right.
You know, you have the resources of the state at your disposal. The solution, I think, is relatively simple. One term.
For
the party. Excuse me. Am I finished yet? You even hear me finish? And you're telling me no. You're such a negative man. One term of 7 years.
7 years.
One term of 7 years and then you're gone.
How much do you think? How much you think a government can accomplish in 7 years?
Have you been to St. Lucia recently? Why don't you ask them how much a country can? No, the government doesn't accomplish anything. Ask what the country can accomplish, buddy. Go to St. Lucia and compare where St. Lucia is today to where we were 20 years ago and 30 years ago.
Why don't
Go
we
and look and tell me, buddy.
Why don't we look
Tell
at
me why government you think has such a big deal?
Why don't we consider
our problem is the government is too big in our economy. That is our problem.
We doing the social democratic system. That's why the government.
Exactly,
is
I'm arguing against that. I don't think it works successfully for the benefit of the country overall. That's what I'm saying.
So why don't we consider the American system?
I've been a big fan of the American system. I agree with that. I told you a million times before, I voted no for the referendum back in the millennium, right? Because it didn't go anywhere near far enough. It's
what
just
did
repeating the same
what
thing
did
over
your
and over.
friend Dr. Ralph Gonsalves say before he got into office? How many?
2 terms. I was on First FM radio at the time, and Ralph told me 2 terms is enough for anybody, and he only wants 2 terms. That's what he said. And that's what all of us will say before we get in. Then when we get in.
Shady, I think somebody's lying. One of them lied.
Who?
is either he lying
Or what?
or the Prime Minister lying.
Why, Ralph
Which
said he
would
never
you-
said that?
which
I don't
would
think
you-
Ralph would deny
which
that.
Which would you believe most?
I plead the fifth.
Who would you believe
What, what,
most?
what, why
Who
why
would
did you say, why
believe
did you
most?
say one of us lied?
Because the man went for 6 terms.
No, he didn't lie at that time. Before he got elected, he thought 2 terms was a great idea. Once you get in, you feel a little different. It's normal. You get into positions of power, big. And the trappings of power. And you don't have to worry about traffic. You don't have to go to the supermarket. You don't have to walk no way.
You have to drive.
You don't have to drive. You don't have to think about who organizing your flight. You don't have to think about where you're going on vacation. Everything is done for you, except I wonder if the Prime Minister has smart toilets installed in his
What is your obsession with the smart toilet thing?
Just telling you, buddy. You gotta try it, buddy. No. So, I mean, don't blame Ralph for that. Blame the system for it. Right? All of us are human beings.
But
we get
we were
greedy.
given a choice. We were given a choice in the referendum, weren't
Yes.
we?
Yes, we will. What choice? What choice were we given?
We were given a choice.
That we could become a Republican instead and get rid of the Queen, correct?
No. We
That
were
we could
also
get rid
given
of
a
the
choice.
CCJ as our ultimate
we were
court of
also
appeal?
given a choice
Of what?
as to how many terms can a leader do. That was part of the choice.
I'm not talking about the leader, you know. You're missing my point
The
here.
Prime Minister.
You're
the
missing-
Prime Minister.
No, you're missing my point. The whole party has to
But
demit
what-
power at the end of
so
7 years.
Who's the party? Who's the ULP really? Who do you think is
The
the
ULP is comprised of, I believe,
Yeah, give me an
hundreds, if
answer.
not
You-
thousands
you-
of members.
you say
I am
yes,
saying
you
that
want.
all
Yes, you want.
parliamentarians at the end of 7 years you go home. And furthermore, you're not getting no damn pension. I continue to be irate that politicians, and I'm not hearing anything from the NDP, because they're all the same. All of you all are the same. None of you are going to say, listen, I'm removing that pension thing. You should not be eligible for pension after serving 9 years in Parliament. Why are you getting special treatment? Why? Can I hear an answer for that?
In fact,
9 years.
In fact, they do
Parliament is not even a full-time job for most of you.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
There you go.
A lot of them who don't even go to Parliament.
A lot of them don't even go. You don't even prepare.
Yes.
Right? So, what are you going to say? But that's never going to happen either. So you accept my solution to the NIS issue, buddy? Oh, you don't.
I know we have a crazy man in this place, in this country. But
Listen, I had some other things I wanted to.
Go ahead, bring that.
I wanted to chat about
Stephen
briefly.
can't guarantee anyone getting to 80.
Exactly.
What happened to the people who contribute to 67 and pass away?
And you
at
drop
68?
dead?
Yes.
Well, we thank you very much for your service and your contribution over the years. What do you mean what happened to them? I'll tell you what, we'll increase the amount we contribute into the party depending upon the age you reach. So if you reach 80 years, $10,000 for the party.
What you mean the party? The party true for them?
The party is right for
The
them. They're going away party.
The
Yeah,
going
they're
away
going away
party.
party, fete and party and hang out. If you reach 79, you get 9,000. If you reach 78, you get, you know.
You remember the woman told you yesterday?
What did she tell
You're
me?
not God. You can't determine when people are going to die and who brought them into the world. And you said
the question I have
you
to
told
ask,
the
right,
lady,
when you ask those questions, I
your
simply-
father and your mother had sex, and that is how you came into the world.
And
I
is
mean,
it-
what
am
a
I wrong?
horrible thing.
Am I wrong? But am I wrong? Bing, here's the big thing with you. Your problem is like most people. You don't think, what is God? Who is God? What is God to you? And you say, well, who created everything? And I just say, well, who created God? And you look at me like I'm stupid. Okay, Bing.
I'm not the money song. Who have a problem with the money song?
Yeah, what's the issue with the money song? What's wrong with liking money? Pastor, you making plenty money from sandals? They're having a job fair at Kingston Baptist Church.
Should we ads to run?
Kingston Baptist Church was on the outskirts of Kingston. Anybody coming from the wind would have a long walk to go up by Kingston Baptist Church. Why would Sandals not have a fair? I'm not blaming Pastor for this. I'm simply saying, why would you not have it in Kingston where people could get to easiest? Why did you go to Kingston Baptist Church? Maybe they offered a great price, great rate. I don't know, right? Inquiring minds are just curious, buddy. So
I saw someone saying, making comments about contracts with Sandals for marrying people.
are you insinuating Pastor has
No,
a contract
I
with
said-
Sandals to
I
marry
saw-
people?
I
He's on your
saw-
radio station. Why you don't ask
I
him?
s- me-
And what would be wrong if he didn't? There's nothing
me-
wrong with that, is there?
So that I could
Somebody
get
has to
blast
marry the
again?
people. You get blasted. Yeah.
again.
What is wrong with
Me-
Pastor having a contract to do marriages at Sandals? If he does.
I I said I saw it.
You're implying that there's something wrong with it.
I saw it. I could send you.
You did. You put it in the group chat.
Yes,
I saw it.
I screenshot it up. Put it in
You saw it.
Yeah.
But what was the point? What's wrong with that?
I don't know. Maybe
Somebody has to marry these people.
Yes.
That's why in a few months' time, buddy, I'm going to announce my conversion.
To what?
That I've seen the light.
So what are you saying? What are you saying?
And then I'm going to start up my own church.
Why?
I want to make plenty money.
But it's not. Did you hear the man yesterday?
What?
About money.
What about money? Who built the Kingston Baptist Church? That was the money that built it? Pastor can't be complaining about money, man. No. Pastor cannot be complaining about money. You see every Sunday, or as a matter of fact, every night in St. Vincent if you want, if you have cable TV. You could go and see all these pastors.
But you said you were at the church sometime.
Yes.
Of course. I went there for somebody's wedding.
And he said that was his shortest sermon he preached in his life.
Somebody was getting married. As I keep telling you all, I don't have a problem with people believing what they want to believe. So I have no objection to you believing what you want.
But I'm not going to read that message.
But I believe. I believe Santa Claus is real. I believe the Easter Bunny is real. And yet you will look at me like I'm a crazy man, Big. Why? I have the same evidence for my belief in Santa Claus and Easter Bunny as you do in your God. Same principle.
No, let me.
So let's move on. Can we go back now to other things?
Yes.
No.
George say, boy, the comments in here sweet like diabetes. let me go back. Let me go back now, okay? Let me see. I was, on a serious note.
Yes.
I was.
Oh, a gentleman from Riley said to
disappointed.
say hello, by the way. This morning. Said he saw you on TV last night.
Okay. Good morning. And hello to you back too. I don't know whoever that is.
Riley, no, you're all.
Yeah. I was really disappointed with Pastor's
what
behavior yesterday.
Why? Why was he upset?
I don't have a problem with him having a problem with his position and how he felt about the song.
Absolutely, he didn't like the song. That's
right.
fine.
That's fine.
Yep, absolutely.
Right.
Yes,
that's fine. As I said to him, it's like an artist. You know, you do a painting.
Exactly.
And
I like some songs. Some people don't.
Some people don't. You're going to look at a painting on the wall. 10 people go, and some will see different things. Some may like it. Some people don't like it.
Yes.
But it's the way he carried on.
I didn't hear it, so I can't comment.
I mean,
but why was he
so
upset
shocked.
though? Because he didn't like the song, or he's telling you shouldn't be playing that kind of song.
Well, he even said that women's organization should be writing. And
well, first of all, we should be honest here.
I'm done.
Let's stop this.
Dr. Richards, I am done shielding you now from all these things.
Bing.
I am so shocked. I was so shocked about the way he behaved with me yesterday.
We are and have been forever a materialistic society. We want money. We like money. What is wrong with saying women want money?
But the guy didn't say woman. He said,
it's the
give
truth.
your wife. He said, give your wife money.
And what's exactly what are you gonna do? If you don't give your wife money, she might leave you, Bing.
He said, give your wife money.
I mean, that's happened to you. You didn't give her the money.
He said, give your wife money. Yeah. You know, but I was really disappointed, and I was shocked.
Yeah. Why do you suppose provoke that?
I don't know.
A lot of people are very sensitive about money.
I don't.
Why is? I don't understand why.
I don't know. He said something about it's we taking women and objectifying.
It is not objectifying women at all. It is not. It is not. It is being. Listen. How many of all these people who get married? Why do people? We need to stop this idea of people getting married for love to begin with. That is just absolute total stupidness, right? You claim you're in love. Great, you're in love when you're 22, 23, 24, 25 years old. A few years later, the men are busy screwing around, or the women are busy screwing around. So tell me, please, about the love. How is that working out for you? Get married for the right reasons.
Now, what would be the right reason?
That you like the person you're with, genuinely like them, you care for them, right? You like doing similar things in life, and most importantly, you have similar goals in life, and you have a sort of agreement about how you're going to achieve those goals. Otherwise, what are we doing? This is why we have problems, because we encourage people to get married because you're in love. And what happens when the love goes out the door? Out the window, sorry. What happens then? Because we confuse the lust and the love thing. We think we're in love because we get some good sex and we're in lust. And we think we're in love. No, you're not.
Alison, marrying for security.
Thank you very much. You see, there's a smart reason. And therefore what? And money is part of security. Land and prop. So is it okay if the man said, give your woman land? Give your woman give your woman property, give your woman a boat, give your woman a car, give your woman a house, would that be okay?
Holly is saying, this is Holly from Beckway. Holly is saying, marry is the biggest business transaction of your life.
Absolutely. That is correct. And unfortunately, it comes with the biggest penalties that you will ever experience in your life too when you're trying to get out of it. You ever wonder why it's so easy to get married and so difficult to get out of it? It's like a trap. You're walking into this trap and you're not allowed to get out. I got married at 22.
Yeah.
What the hell did I know?
I got married when I was young too.
Let's assume we get married at 25.
To my first son.
Okay, we could relate to that. You're 25 years old, you get married. Now you look back at when you're 35 years old. Are you the same person you were at 25?
No.
What about at 45?
No.
You're an entirely different human being.
Yes.
The other person is an entirely different human being, right? Now, if you get lucky enough, you both sort of age together in the same direction. But the vast majority of us, that doesn't happen. This is why the vast majority of marriages are fundamentally unhappy. And this is why the pastors and the preachers have to try and tell people they have to stay together. Instead of saying, you're not happy, you're both miserable, get out of this relationship, it's not working. The pastors don't do that. They're trying to persuade you that you must stay together. Oh, you must stay together for the sake of the children. That is the worst reason in the world to stay together, for the sake of the children. You're setting up your children for failure in their future relationships. Okay?
Marlon, buddy, Marlon, beauty. Marlon.
Marlon married? You see, Marlon is I don't think Marlon is married. What about Marlon?
We're going to take a commercial break.
Where's Jomo today?
I think Jomo is... I don't want to say it public on the
He's
public.
out. He's not around. He's not available.
Yeah, he's not available.
Okay,
he's indisposed.
He's indisposed.
He will be back.
When you say that kind of thing, you know what I think of when you think
What do you
of
think about?
indisposed? Indisposed? Shady, what do you think of when somebody says
Oh, let us take a quick break, Shady. Shady, let's play the ad. We come right back. All right, let's do this and come right back. Shady, play the ads, please.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Join us for a Sandals Resorts Job Fair, September 26th to 29th, 2023, at Kingstown Baptist Church, opposite Gardens Gate, Old Montrose, from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. Explore careers in food and beverage, administration, weddings.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Hit it up to your inner move. Stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
Yes, $7.50 per pound, and Purdue Chicken Franks are $7.
What about snacks?
Sure, we have 32 ounces Best Choice White Popcorn for $8 and 16 ounces Best Choice Honey Roasted Peanut for only $15.
I bet you don't have health drinks on special.
You can get the popular 16 ounces
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party.
Always wanted a motorcycle, but they've been too expensive. I pass in on my way to work, and then boom, I see cots of motorcycles outside. I'm excited. I get up one day, I go down, I spoke to this guy. I think his name was Sheena, this short, chubby little guy, you know. I purchased 2 bikes so far. It was the 150 SL and the 250 Dragon. This blue, beautiful AKT TT Dragon. This is my baby. I call her Becky. She gives me the best ride ever. My name is Storyboy Nick, and I live to ride my AKT.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in store for details.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Discover new Guinness Smooth. Perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in store for details.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Brooklyn, New York, get ready, cause it's time.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Get it up to your inner move. Stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
The color of your camera.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentions that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
FastPay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. FastPay, FastPay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
When's the last time you heard styles like these?
Are you ready for? Party done.
Throwback Thursday. We giving you the best throwbacks, the anthems, and dance all great. Throwback Thursday.
When the top boy Evolution.
Boom 106.9.
Hey, na 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 boy, sa na 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 boy. Hey, take a lot of money and squander down the drain. Fly to Panama to meet this young boy again. Make him influencer if he take a trip, go to Spain. Tell me how my rest can this girl be? Me say she come back from Spain, come back rock again. She not a money spend, oh what a thing. No of the audacity to see I passing. Talking about I only do, darling. Can I have a word with you and reply before you talking? Me say girl you're too bloody, we can't. Me say what a woman, what a woman, what a woman we can't. She a come cry back, she a come cry back for me. What a woman, what a woman, what a woman we can't. She a come cry back, she a come cry back for me. Hey, but I don't want her anymore. Missy Dog is just a name, it's not my lifestyle. Listen to me, girl child. I'll say you think some man a fool, you check the wrong file. Yes, you check the wrong file. Cause I know what the person fight again. In a feel life again. No other night again, better you go on. Because he used to follow a friend. The one done it when now you end up just like them seed. You're not a friend now, girl. What a woman, what a woman, what a woman we can't. She a come cry back, she a come cry back for me. What a woman, what a woman, what a woman we can't. She a come cry back, she a come cry back for me. Hey, but I don't want her anymore. She could cry, oh yeah. Oh no. Hey, take a lot of money and squander down the drain. Fly to Panama to meet this young boy again. Make him influence so if you take a trip, go to Spain. Tell me how my rest can this girl be? Me say she come back from Spain, come back rock again. She know the money to spend, oh what's her team? No one be does it take to see a person.
So you say me need to understand that you are made for a money man. But if you can't love me now, don't love me.
Oh yeah, Shady. Oh yeah, Shady. Boy, say some great music, huh? Shady on fire today, buddy, on fire today. Marriage is an institution designed for the benefit of men and not for the benefit of women. That is a fact of life, and I'll debate past on that one anytime. Right, woman out there? Am I wrong?
Shady, is there a drop over there to bring a next horrible human being?
Yeah. And read the comments on the thing, man. Why you don't want to read the comments? You don't want to read anything where people agree with me.
I just be shielding people and people just
George,
coming at me real hard.
You heard what George said about me there? What did George say about me, Ben? George,
leave me alone. I'm not reading anything. I'm not reading anything.
George says I need some psychiatric help.
Shady. Play thing, Shady.
Shady playing great music, man.
Yeah.
I want to say thanks to those who voted for Labour, but now a ball.
Oh my God! What?
Let's introduce Kenson.
Kenson Ballin? I don't understand the relevance of Dr. Kenson.
When we asked him, what happened?
Yeah.
You were in full support.
I
said
didn't know
was
that.
young.
He was a
Yes.
big supporter.
What? Is that the from? Can't you say he been younger?
And that reinforces my point, right, Shady? When you're
Kenson,
young, you're supposed to get more sensible as you get older.
Play the game because he probably hear it yet. Go on.
I want to say thanks to those who voted for Labour but now are ball.
Who's saying that? Who's saying
You know who's saying that? You know, you all get the man,
No, I
you
know
all
the
get the
man
man in
voice.
trouble,
I know the
and
man
you get the
voice,
man pension take away.
Okay.
Morning,
Steven, what's up, brother?
My friend, I am getting abused by Bing and all the women out there agreeing with me. All the women on the chat agreeing with me. Marriage is there for the enslavement of women and not for the benefit of women. It is for the benefit of men.
So if the women could get money out of it, why should we not want them to?
What's the problem? I agree with you. The problem is if you're not delivering on the promises you made.
That's
I
the problem.
I wonder if you Kenson and Steve will get beat up like how I get beat up yesterday.
You know the amount of women Kenson have buzzing around him now because of that big judgment.
Yeah,
You
because
forget?
the case,
He could tell you now.
Kenson, the case you win, you don't get the money. What are you doing with all the money there? You throw one party for NDP. Oh, he sending them Brooklyn. He sending them New York. You buy the ticket for them.
I want to send you and Steve on a cruise.
Oh, a cruise?
Oh, yeah, man.
Well, since you raised that matter,
Hey, listen, we'll leave
Kenson.
that there. Leave that right there.
Kenson,
Leave
censor.
that right there. Tell off your mate. Kenson, call to make a contribution. Make a contribution. Make a contribution, Kenson.
He's running again.
Look at Steven. I didn't even want to tell Bing good morning because when I hear this man talking about he going river with tube and floaters and this, I can't understand this. Yeah? Real tongue man thing, you know? Sherry, how you could have this man in the studio and then get him took him and the man go down the road there.
Take off my mic.
Marlon, sorry, Kenson, Marlon just sent us a picture, right? Marlon just sent us a picture with him and Bing ex-wife. And Bing fretting now, baby.
Marlon is out of
Bing
place.
fretting.
Marlon
thinking,
is out of
oh
place.
Lord, I can't win her back again after all. After all of this
Kenson,
time. Poor
I was
Marlon.
married twice in my life. My first son, okay, in a country is from the country. Right?
His father's from the country?
Her father is from
Your
the
first
country.
wife's father?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
His
right.
father is from the
Yes.
country,
Right.
So I know about macaque and I know about river and I know about them thing there.
Yeah, because you hear the talk about it.
And what's your point?
Because he come out, he talking
She still
about.
left you.
Because you hear them talk about
You didn't have no money.
At the time, I didn't have no money.
right?
And she had the money.
And she had the money.
He had the
So
money.
she left you.
She probably had the money. Freddie Oliver, good morning, buddy.
Wait, you were married to Freddie's daughter?
Listen, Kenson make call.
Freddie's a good man, you know.
Freddie's a decent man.
Yeah. I'm surprised he allowed his daughter to marry you.
So the first thing I want to jump on is the same issue from yesterday.
Yes.
The same money issue and the outrage. No, everybody has their right to an opinion and so forth. And the doc sees things from a certain standpoint and through a certain lens, and I respect that. But there must be balance and there must be a counter somewhere. And we cannot have all these mock kind of outrages sometimes if we don't decide to do things holistically. Now, I understand that, Doc and others may say that, he dealt with something that was done yesterday. But really, and let me say why. In reality, and I said it in a comment a while ago, in the dating game these days, right, I guarantee you, if you go on the road now and conduct a poll, at least 95% of women, and I'm talking about older women right down to the youngest generation here that we have here that can date. If you ask them what it is that you are looking for in a man, or if you have to ask them, would you date a man or marry a man that is not financially stable, or if even though you ask them how much it is that you think a man should be making for him to be eligible for you to date them, you will hear some kind of answers. And I guarantee you that over 95% of them will be there telling you about financial safety, about financial security. They will tell you that they're looking for a man maybe who making 6 figures because they are looking for that security. Maybe some will even tell you that a man, one of the first things you hear sometimes these women ask is, what is a man bringing to the table? And finance is high up on that list. So if a song or something comes out that says, give women money, what is the problem with that? Give your wife, not just a woman, not your wife.
Give your wife, not
money.
Give your wife.
Give your wife money. I don't see, because one, I saw it as satire because I know where the song came from. That is number one. Number two, we all like to talk about artistic expression. Is that something that has gone out the door? For me, if something doesn't vibe with you, pass it straight. Because as I said in a comment yesterday while that was on, I said plainly, are we going to have this kind of outrage when it comes to life? We hear songs and so forth being played not only on radio stations, the same songs that the women and men listen to. Where it's all about. Hello?
Go ahead. Stephen, go ahead.
Yeah, as I was saying, the same songs that these young people, older people listen to about snuffing out somebody's life, about running upon somebody and robbing them, about going into the house and killing the children. With 10, we have become so desensitized to that also that is not an issue, but mentioning giving money to a woman, that is somehow degrading them. Because here you have some of the same women who will listen to songs worse than this, and the people that are being praised like Cardi B and all of these other people. You listen to some of these songs written and sung by these women. Not by men, by women. Listen to the type of songs coming out these days by women that are being encouraged by women. No, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that you have to agree. But I'm simply saying, put up the outrage. Because for me, that outrage is misplaced.
Absolutely. Kenson, relationships are contracts, in my view. They may be unwritten contracts, but they are agreements between two parties. The problem with most relationships is that the agreements are not clear and they're not specific.
Agreed.
And then one party begins to not keep their end of the bargain. And men in particular like to be wrong and strong, and they want to hold on to their woman. This is why I'm telling you, the vast majority of divorces, from all the statistics I have seen, are initiated by women.
By women, yeah.
Who are unsatisfied and dissatisfied with their relationships. Pastor, in my view, should be discussing what the issues really are around having honest, open relationships.
Agreed.
Instead of telling people about stupidness, right? Oh, God sanctioned marriage, so therefore you should always be married. Total stupidness.
Here's the thing, Stephen.
Yes.
Well, as I said, I wouldn't even call that stupidness in the sense that, okay, people have their different beliefs, whether it's religious or otherwise, right? And for me, if we are living in a democratic country guarded by a constitution, everybody has the right to their belief. Everybody has the right to their living of their belief.
As long as it doesn't negatively impact.
Exactly.
Right.
And what I may look at, Stephen, is to strengthen what you just said. It's simply that someone may have more of an expectation than the other.
Correct.
And an expectation that the other may not be able to fulfill.
Yep. But why is it that we deride women, Kenson, who want some financial security in their lives?
I don't know.
Why is it that we deride
but why do we deride? Let us go further, Stephen. Why do we deride anybody who wants to make their life better? Listen, people will come and tell you from a religious standpoint. The Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, of course.
There's logic in that. I was just going to say we have portions of the class and others who are very rich.
Thank you very much.
Yeah?
I'm not stop the hypocrisy.
But that's the point. That's the point. But that's a story for another day. My other thing that I want to talk about, and that is not going to resonate well with too many people this morning, but you'll hear me out, is the sandals issue. And it is
before you move on from that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just clear. Let me just empty my crown with the situation now. I really did not have a problem with Pastor having a different opinion.
I don't think. Let me say to Bing. I don't think none of us do.
Right. My problem with Pastor that had me standing, I stood here shocked, is the way he behaved.
Yeah. That's it.
So there's something underlying that kind of reaction.
I mean, I was.
It was a song written by a comedian. It was fun. It was joking.
I was most shocked at Pastor's behavior, and I'm saying, but hold on, this should be a man who shouldn't like his emotion. I mean, he was like, Shady would tell you, like we were shocked.
Yeah, everybody.
Well, something must have provoked him to behave like that. Not just a song was saying some old woman love money and whatever. So what?
I'll tell you this.
Pastor went as far as saying women organization should be writing in and
for what?
Why? For what reason?
With all of what we've seen here, why is Pastor not encouraging the? You see. This is why you see me just trying not to.
I don't see Pastor.
Why is he not writing in? When we know that right now in St. Vincent, we don't have proper shelters for battered women and children. Why writing for that? Why are the laws not being updated and support to protect the most vulnerable in our society even more?
Why is
it's why Amy doesn't like to start these things, because when it comes to sorting things and you have to delve deep, it's something else, you know.
But then when other people say worse than this, worse than, in my mind, that song, the man in that song say, Pastor's quiet.
But Bing,
not a word.
Why is it so sensitive about money? Yeah, but since the
Prime Minister use certain words.
Okay then.
There's no outrage.
Okay then.
On people, on Vincentians.
I said it yesterday in a comment. I said that exact thing in a comment yesterday. Where's the outrage for that?
I don't see Pastor and the Christian Council and all of them out there leading any protests against sexual assault and in this country.
Okay.
I don't see no up in arms about this.
But
I don't see them up in arms about many things.
But for me,
but now you mention money and he's up in arms. Pastor, we need to have a conversation, buddy.
But for me, this is the issue. You have more important issues surrounding women. Let us talk about the laws. Yep. Let us talk about putting infrastructure in place to protect these said women and children. Why aren't we hearing that outrage and hearing you call on the same organization to picket the government for these things?
Kenson, I don't know if you remember, I think it was Shadow who had a great song many, many moons ago, Calypso song, right? You don't have no money, you're going to get hard.
Yeah, you're going to get hard.
That was a brilliant Calypso. I can't remember anybody being up hands about that. It was real. Thank you.
Steven, you want to know the issue? You want to know the issue? Is that a lot of us refuse to live in reality, but more so living in an ideology in our head.
Yes, correct. Not reality in front of us.
Not reality.
Yeah, true.
Well, let me leave Pastor and that alone.
Yes.
Let me touch on the sandals thing that I want to touch on.
Yep.
And I am happy that sandals is here, and at least almost 1% of the unemployed people in St. Vincent can look forward to getting a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are some buts, and I always tell people, sometimes when you're a little far and something is rusted, sometimes it does look like glitter.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
And I know a lot of people, because the government say rejoice, they automatically rejoice because they are programmed that way.
Yep.
And they don't look deeper. I have a few questions surrounding this sandals thing that I want you all to marinate your minds on, and maybe the listeners, and maybe Vince issues now might be on here. So they will take this and run with it. Let me say, number one, which one of us have ever seen the agreement between St. Vincent and Sandals. We keep on hearing, Sandals is good for St. Vincent.
But why do we need to see that?
What mean why we need to see it? What mean why?
Why shouldn't it?
What mean why? Why shouldn't I know?
Every foreign direct investment that comes into the country.
We need to know what benefit it
should
is
be
for
made
us.
public.
Yes,
Publish
yes,
it in the newspaper.
yes.
It should be available at least. It should
Put
be
it there.
available
Make it
online.
available.
It should be available.
Put it there.
This is not a private, it's a development
Put it
between the
there.
government
This
which
is our
represents the
business.
people of the country. It should be
And
publicly
Bing,
available.
Bing, this is the problem that we have.
What exactly
Where we
do you
have,
need
we
to-
have.
what exactly
Hold
do
on,
you
I'm
need
gonna tell
to-
you what I need to know.
what
I'll
do
tell
you
you. I'm
need to know?
getting there, and that is why I raised that force. Because here's the issue: is that a government represents the people. It's the people's business.
Thank you.
And when you have not only that contract, but when you can ask about how the finances of the country are being spent. Just last night I was looking at CP24, and the finance minister of Ontario was given the financials of the last year, financial year of the province to the people. When last year, with what year now we have of audit for how our monies have been spent. And who is being held responsible when we find out that the money not being spent good? When you have finance ministers and CEOs of tourism telling you, when you ask about how monies are being spent, that is not your business. You're out of place to ask that question. Yeah?
And he was wrong.
Huh?
And he was 100% wrong.
This is his house?
Yep, correct.
When the question was asked about the same Sandals and the agreement, and let me tell you what is very important to look at, eh? You see, just the same way that Reno was praised up, they get orgasm, all kind of thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Look at the kind of leeways that Reno has. And up to now, I want to know, now that Reno is in agriculture, has Reno been given a new contract? Is there a new contract that Reno is operating under? Because when you read
the concessions under that.
Exactly. When you read the document that outlines the concessions that Reno has, they say all the concessions are solely for anything pertaining to the quarry. Solely. I see Reno vehicles going around buying produce. That is part of quarry.
But how do you know that he wasn't given a new concession?
But that's my point. That is my point. What thing? That is exactly the point. I'm making my point.
That's what he's asking. He's simply asking that question.
Okay.
That is my point.
Yes. Yes.
But you have Camilo them opening some shops in Glen day before yesterday.
Yep.
And Camilo telling the shopkeepers of them that if you come here as a barber to open a barber shop, you can't do nothing else.
Yep.
You come to run a barber shop. What kind of nonsense is this thing?
Well, what exactly did he mean?
What I mean? If you come to run a barber shop, it's a barber shop.
If you are being given seriously preferential rates and being told you're
All
renting
right,
$45
then.
a month, then you have a right to dictate.
And if you're given concessions to do something, if you're given concessions to do quarry, those concessions.
All right, then.
No, we can't.
Okay.
To Joe Banana and to Joe.
let me get back.
And if a
So let
foreign
me get back
entity
to the
can come in and just
question.
open a business.
So let us get back to the question. Being was there a new contract for Reno? You see now what I mean and what I'm getting at.
Legitimate question.
So the thing is, you can hold.
What I do not agree with is that details of foreign direct investment companies coming in with the government.
No. I think you're getting wrong. I think you're getting wrong. What I want to talk about. Bing. We must know. Yeah, but we must know what we are getting from it in Grenada.
Like what level of details would you like, for example?
But ask him.
No.
Well, I'm getting there now, Bing. Bing, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Let me get there. In Grenada, when they gave license to one of these hotel chains, you know what was put into the document, and the people knew what the document said and knew what was in there for them. Part of the agreement was that the hotel chain will buy majority of their agricultural produce from the farmers.
Yep, that's reasonable.
Yeah? And the farmers were encouraged to plant this, plant that, because this is what this chain of hotels are going to need, and so on. In St. Vincent, how much tourism, how much of the tourism dollar is actually trickling down to the farmer or to the man on the street?
Those are legitimate questions.
So let me ask you now, Bing. Let me ask you now. When Sandals come in here, right? My second thing pertaining to what I asked the first question, right? How much taxes are we going to be getting? How much revenue actually is Sandals going to bring to them? With all this preferential treatment, what is really the benefits of them being here for every Vincentian? Because if we, just like Reno is not paying a single cent in any form of tax.
We don't
Yes, we know that. Because it's there. Bing, listen to me.
No, he said
the document, Bing, listen to me now, man. You didn't see the document, giving the concessions to Reno?
Oh, so you saw it?
Did you? Yes, I did.
Didn't see it.
Well, I did.
Right.
And that is why I'm telling you, Reno is paying not a single cent of tax to St. Vincent.
Okay, so
That's
when he
what I'm telling
buys fuels for his vehicle, is he paying VAT on the fuel?
No, he's not paying no VAT. He exempted from all VAT, from all income tax and everything else. All concessions have been given to him at the port.
I haven't read the documents.
Well, I have read it.
No, that makes sense. I need to see that. I need to see
Listen to me. I will send it for you. You're going to see for yourself.
That makes sense.
You're going to see for yourself. Same way. I wanted to look at the one for Rainforest. So if they are not even being praised and touted as much as Sandals, where think Sandals gain? And as a matter of fact, remember, it was our economic minister who went and begged Sandals to come here. Remember that?
What's wrong with that?
No, nothing is wrong with that thing. Nothing is wrong with that.
I think
but what I'm saying, what I'm saying is the fact remains that if he went to call them, they didn't call Reno, or maybe they brought Reno, we don't know. But if they brought Reno and could have given him that, if you had to go and beg Sandals to come, where think you will have to give them to come?
From what we heard, the minister, the MP for North Leeward went to St. Lucia.
Okay.
And had a conversation with Reno.
Yeah.
So
if he could have gone and had a conversation and Reno come and get so much, imagine Sandals being touted even more. Imagine where he get. Imagine where they get in.
Yeah, but you would have a problem with a major resort like Sandals coming to St. Vincent and getting concessions.
I'm going to answer you with a
major
question.
Concessions.
I'm going to answer you with a question.
You will have a problem with
I'm
that.
going to answer you with a question for.
Well, then nothing will ever please you.
I'm going to answer you with a
question. Where our blood?
Yes, our blood.
Can I make a comment when you guys have a money?
Yes, go ahead, Steven.
The comment is very simple, which I keep asking for, right? In almost every business decision that is made, there's pros and there's cons. You cannot analyze you can't analyze it unless you understand both.
Exactly.
So you need to understand what is it you are giving away and what are you getting in return, Big. You can't say that. You cannot say, oh, it's a wonderful success. For who? You have to be realistic for what you're going to get, right? So Sandals,
jobs,
great, excellent, that's good. That's good.
Really big?
Well, that's what we're asking. We don't know.
We don't know that.
You know that?
How do you know? Okay, you saw the contract thing. You saw the agreement.
What you mean? They said they did how many thousands eggs and all these kind of things.
Let me tell you something.
We know for a fact. So okay then, if you and Stephen the Cutlass didn't hear ad running on boom saying that Sanders is having a job fair, looking for Vincentians, or they would have say, well, Sanders ain't giving Vincentians no jobs then.
Well, we need to find out. We're simply asking. What's wrong with asking
but that's the point.
What is wrong with asking?
Steven, you remember?
I'm saying definitively.
Steven.
That's different than asking.
I want Bing to give us the details of the agreement.
Yeah.
I don't know the details of the agreement, but I
Hush
have
your
common
mouth.
sense.
Hush your mouth.
I have common
Because
sense.
for you to come here,
We should know what the
Bing,
details are.
Bing, for you to come here, Bing, zip it, zip it, Bing,
We
zip it.
know, you know,
Yes.
that when you bring in a company,
Yes.
a major investment company,
Yes.
something
Bing.
as Sandals,
Uh-huh.
that there's things that Vincentions will benefit from. One of them,
Okay,
the major one, will be jobs.
okay, Bing, okay, Bing.
Okay, so we don't have a
But
we don't
nobody's
have
arguing
a
that.
problem.
Nobody's arguing that
okay,
with
then,
you.
okay. So then what?
You
so
need to
then-
calm down.
I am
You
calm.
need to calm.
I'm not being past at this
You're
point.
behaving wild. This is a simple thing. Right? This is a really simple principle. What is it that St. Vincent are going to get? We need to ensure that we know what is happening. We need to
Exactly.
ensure that
Let me
our
ask the
farmers will benefit,
Right.
that there will be significant
Do
job
we-
creation
Do we
in the
have an
country.
unemployed problem in St. Vincent,
course we do.
Kenson?
Of course there is.
Okay, good. Will Sandals
We
provide
hope so.
jobs?
We hope so. We hope so.
Yeah, we hope so.
We hope.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, we hope.
We hope.
So,
We
Bing,
don't know for
remember,
sure.
remember, Bing,
When
Bing,
Sandals
Bing,
were under
remember
construction,
when
when Sandals
you
were under
see me
construction,
take it out of my mouth, man.
when Sandals is under construction and was under construction, Big.
300
How many
people from
Vincentians got
outside.
jobs versus how many foreign people got
Okay
jobs?
then,
Those are
300
questions.
Okay,
came
so
from outside.
Sandals currently having a job fair.
Yes.
They call in Vincentions to
Yes.
come and get jobs, right?
Yes.
If
Apply for
Vincentions,
job. No, they call
five-
Vincentians to come and apply
and
for
apply
jobs.
for the job.
Right.
Okay then.
Between 500 and 700 per day, right?
Uh-huh.
If these inventions don't turn up, what should they do?
Well,
Close down
Well,
and,
why
and,
are
and shut
you,
up
why
shop?
are you asking that? You say, first of all, if they were really interested in attracting the maximum people possible, that job fair should have been held in Central Kingston. Not where people have to walk. So let's just, I'm picking on semantics, but it's the truth. But it's the truth. I'm just pointing, if you want to be difficult, I can be difficult with your argument. Your argument is illogical. Your argument is, just as mine is illogical, mine is also illogical. I'm just going as stupid as you. We should, there's nothing wrong with saying, listen, hey, Sandals are bringing into us, they're going to create 400 jobs in the country. They're going to pay salaries totaling $15 million a year. They're going to circulate into the economy of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They're going to be buying, they're going to spend another $5 million a year minimum on vegetables and stuff from our farmers. They're going to be paying electricity bills of, $1 million a year to Vinlec. CWSA will benefit. All of these things are good, Bing. There's nothing wrong with that, but we need to
Here's
say
the thing,
what they are, that's
Stephen.
all.
Here's the thing, Stephen. Vincentians are always the one who have to suffer for the same foreign direct investment. Hold on, Bing. Listen me out. Listen me out on two things. I want you to tell me the Vincentian who can just go on the port, take up all the stuff that they imported to sell or whatever, and walk out. That is number one.
I could
Number
say
two,
so, but I'm going to say
I
so
want
with Stephen.
you-
I'm going to say so with Stephen in the studio. I'm going to say so with Stephen in the studio.
I don't do that.
I'm saying you.
I'm not
I'm not
to
saying you. I'm not saying you. Right? I would not say so with my partner.
No,
in the studio.
what's he talking about? Duty-free concession? Are you,
Yes.
Are you talking about duty-free concession?
Yes.
I don't have a problem with Sandals having duty-free concession.
Right.
That's normal.
No. What I'm getting at, Stephen, is from Bing's logic.
Yes.
When he's saying a big entity like Sandals. So the small man here who trying to invest in their own country with the little that they have, then award that.
But they can also apply for duty-free concessions.
Bing, stop it.
But Kenson,
Stop
come
it.
on, Kenson, you stop it.
Because
You
let
stop
me tell you
talking your
something.
rubbish.
All
Don't
right.
you know that
The people them-
Vincentians can apply for duty-free concession?
Yeah.
And I want you
But
to
I
focus
think
over
you have to
there.
go.
Why don't you correct him?
You just did, and
Are
I'm
you
in
standing up
agreement
over
with
there quiet? Why
what
you
do you want me to
correct
say?
him?
Well,
Correct him.
hold on,
Correct him.
hold
You
on,
tell
Bing,
him.
hold on, Bing.
You should be telling him.
Right.
Kenson, you're wrong.
Okay,
Vincentians
right.
can apply
So-
for duty-free concession.
Kenson,
Hold on.
Vincentians can
Don't
apply
be
for
palace
duty-free
couple of
concession.
get into pass.
Yeah. Well, wait, no, me not done with thing yet, Apply for duty free concession, yes. Are Vincentians going to be seeing a 15-year tax break on their businesses?
I think if you have, there's a Hospitality Act or some such order in this country that says if you are involved in building a hotel or operating a hotel or modernizing your home or whatever it is, over a certain number of rooms, that you can apply for duty and tax-free concessions also,
Right.
and income tax
Right.
concessions.
Thank you.
very much,
But what I'm talking about here,
That's all right.
Stephen, is the little man who is trying to live.
Yes.
That's the set of people I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're
Since yesterday I was telling Bingano, I'm not talking about them in his bracket.
I told him so yesterday.
No, but guys, listen, the world is not a fair place, quote unquote, right? And it is good to have people like you and Jomo and so on who fight for the little man. It's important, because otherwise they get trampled. The world doesn't work like this. The world works that the rich get richer and richer, and it is the job of governments to try and help and regulate them and look after the poor and small.
Because your government is put in place to make sure that the lives of even the most vulnerable are made better.
That's correct.
So here's my last thing for you, Bing. Here's the last thing for you. The last one. I have more, but the last one because I have to go. Now, we saw for years water sports, especially like in the case of where does call them thingy, the way does ride on again. Remember me post. I mean, I don't really the name of the things.
You can't put jet skis in rivers.
So now, are we going to see this open for sandals? And if so, are we going to see it now open either for the general public, for it to happen under some laws and rules and so on? Or is it only going to be for sandals? And I bring that up. I bring that up this for the reason because we have a so-called marijuana industry in St. Vincent, and I hear being hashes in there.
I have my own plantation.
And you know what? He's losing his shirt because none of them are making no money on this so-called medical marijuana hypocrisy. The hypocrisy of medical marijuana.
The amount of money I invest, can't even get back a cent.
So here's my reason for the question, Stephen.
Yes, sir.
Here's my reason. You had this small man.
Yeah.
For years. A matter of fact, they were bragged on by Saboto that we are the best marijuana farmers and so forth in the entire world.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Amen.
We say we're going to pass legislation so that people could sell, they could grow marijuana legally and they could sell and make a living.
Still putting them in jail.
All right, then. No, you even had the Prime Minister saying he would have hunt them till they are no more. But no, Bing. Yes, but Bing, the marijuana what they're saying is medicinal. We're different about it.
No,
not one.
Because no.
Let me refresh your mind, Bing.
Yes.
Because I have some vague recollection,
Yes.
and Grant will tell us all about it, and maybe Ken still remember.
Yes.
You could grow marijuana under certain conditions.
Under certain
You had
conditions.
to fence in
Right.
your place, put up all kinds of security, but clearly the poor little man would have difficulty meeting those
if you have
requirements.
the license.
If you have a
have to
license, which
jump
you have
to
to pay a lot
for.
which you have to pay a lot for, then it has to be quote unquote
Stephen,
medicinal. It's a
Stephen,
joke. Medicinal marijuana is a joke. It's a national disgrace that we are still putting people in jail for
Exactly.
marijuana. A national disgrace, and all our politicians should be held seriously accountable. And none of them are standing up for poor people in this country. In my
And
view.
this is the point that I want to get to. The reason why I raised the
Rich people,
point.
I suppose.
The reason why I raised
Rich
the
people don't go
point.
to jail for smoking marijuana. They know.
All right then.
Unless you
The reason-
contumelious disregard of the law.
The reason why I made the point is this, and Adriana made the point last night. There are two different classes when it comes to certain things in St. Vincent.
All over the place.
Because well, me talk about home. You leave. I'm talking about home. And here's the thing, because you have the same weed that a man will sell for $2 on the side of the road to try to make a living. You're selling it for $30-something. The same amount. You're selling it for $30-something also. Yeah? And you name it nicely, flowers.
Flowers weed.
Eh? Roll flowers. And you get protection that you could go, and once you go there, it's all well and good. But just as you step it outside the gate, the small man out there getting arrested for it.
Yep, that is absolute stupidity.
And so that is why I raised the question of the jet skis and so forth. Is it that somebody always have to come inside and benefit before Vincentians can, or benefit in ways that Vincentians cannot?
But why aren't we coming up with some of these things and
then how long have people been asking to have jet skis and so forth, and they say no? They emphatically said no.
Kenson, go off the radio.
Have a good morning.
Unless you want to be in contumelious disregard of the law.
It's a big word, boy. What does that mean?
No, Stephen.
I have no idea. Who said that? No, I don't.
And walk down in front of the police bags and smoke and blow your weed in a policeman's face. That is being in contumelious disregard of the law.
Stephen,
some laws are immoral.
You see, me and you have to ease aside out of them brackets there. You see how brackets, you know them type of words, eh? You see how the man put us in our place? The man put us in our place, buddy.
Remember, Bing is very close to a certain powerful people in this country.
Have a good morning, guys.
I hear who was sitting pan on the plane anyway. He ain't gonna tell you get any money from Lotto, you know. He come here with one cousin. He ain't gonna tell you about that.
I ain't getting one red cent from my post.
One red cent.
One red cent, not a red cent.
I love that red because Stephen, I will make sure I have to find you in prayer. I can't make thing here, so I will come and ask you in prayer.
In other words, he want to lend you some of the money that you get.
Thank you, Kenston. I appreciate it. We appreciate a contribution to help our young swimmers.
Have a good morning, guys.
Thank you, buddy.
Listen, we got to take a break. Then we got Mr. Weeks coming up. Let's see what Mr. Weeks' position is on.
But I'm afraid that
I've got to run as usual. Your car, you want me to hear from Mr. Weeks' position on the Sanders issue.
What position?
What's some of the question that was raised by Kenson?
No, I think right. All that Kenson is saying, is my understanding, is we need to understand what we are getting in return for what we're giving up. Those are reasonable questions, Bing.
But
nothing wrong with asking that.
But you know, we cannot always be objecting.
I understand. No, it's not about always objecting. I think it is about
sometimes questions are raised to put certain things in people's minds.
Yeah, but
and
we
know
also,
that.
Yeah, but
we
Bing,
know that.
How many projects have we seen in this country? How many projects have we seen in this country over the years? Starting from the NDP times through ULP times, that we were promised all kinds of things. How have they worked out?
But
how has Black Sands worked out? How is Royal Mill working out?
Okay, well, if Sanders doesn't work out, what will happen? They won't take it up and move it?
That's not the point.
It's going to be there.
The point is we should have a discussion. Once again, we're missing again. The point being is you should know what your goals are before you start. What are the contributions expected from Sandals to our economy and to the Vincentian? What is wrong with that question?
And
then we can, because in 10 years' time, we can then measure if that makes...
Who is the we?
Who is the we? The people. We the people. When we decided to build an international airport, did we sit down and say, okay, we're now getting 65,000 passengers a year, right? In 10 years' time, we expect to be getting 500,000 through this new airport, right? And these additional 430,000 people who are coming in, we expect them to be spending an extra $100 a month here, whatever it is. Therefore, here's the economic impact we expect from this project. What is wrong with asking the same of Sandals?
Let us put things into perspective.
Yes.
Sandals is a private company.
But they are taking benefits from a government.
Which they are also given to the people.
But we don't know that. That's exactly the point. What are the benefits? You keep talking jobs. What else? What's wrong with asking what are the other benefits?
You want every single fine detail.
I don't need that. What would be nice, right, would be for the Prime Minister to get up and say, Sandals are coming. Here are the concessions we are giving them. In return, within this sort of time frame, here's what we expect. We're going to get 400 jobs. Those people, those salaries are going to contribute $15 million directly into the economy of Sandals. I'm just putting numbers out here, right, into the... They've committed to spending at least $1 million a year on buying local produce to our farmers. Sandals know the answer. Sandals will tell you how much VAT they're going to be recovering from their people. And here's what's coming in.
St. Vincent's going to benefit from their marketing campaigns as well.
Say whatever you like. Right? If you think that is the case, but make the case. That's reasonable, isn't it? And that's unreasonable.
There will be also...
You seem to think it's unreasonable to ask questions.
I don't think it's unreasonable. I think that we should be celebrating Sanders more than we are.
I don't think we should.
You don't think we should be celebrating Sanders being in St. Vincent?
Not yet.
Why not?
We haven't seen the benefits yet, Bing.
But
can we wait until we start seeing? I am neutral. I am neutral. I'm not jumping up and down. I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying it's horrible. I'm saying, could we know what it is that we expect to get first? If we know the expectations, then we could decide in 5 years' time, we can decide whether it has been a success or not. Every time we have a major project in this country, we do not lay out the goals specifically. Then you wonder why things blow up in your face. Black Sands, excuse me.
Project.
Black Sands came down here. That is a major project also. The Black Sands project on Mount Wynn is a major project, Bing. The man comes in before our face on a radio station. He has 100% of the money. It'll be done in 24 months. 7 or 8 years later, they're getting another 3-year extension. And we still don't know what are the benefits. We still have not spelled out to us what are the benefits or what is the commitments on both sides. What is wrong with asking that? It's not your anti-Sandals or pro-Sandals. I'm saying, let's hope it benefits us. Because I tell you, Sandals at one point, I am told, tried to go into Tobago, and Tobago rejected them and said, "You are not the benefits. The benefits don't make sense to us."
And who you think is?
And we should have the same thing.
And who you think is losing by Sanders not going to Tobago?
Why? How do you know? How do you know who's losing? How do you know who's losing?
How do we know?
You don't have a line. It's like saying we're going to run a race, but you don't know where the finish line is. You know nothing about the race, but I am winning the race. How does that work? You're talking stupidness, Bing.
But we know
you
that
know what?
if we build a stadium, people are going to come and run the race.
Okay. So we spent in 2007, we spent $50-something million. Building a white elephant out there. Right? Okay, for the World Cup in 2007. All of you remember this, right? Because a lot of people have very short memories. We built a 2-story stand facing the wrong way to begin with, right? With the sun blasting in. None of us remember that. We didn't think about the amount it would cost to maintain the thing. So guess what we're doing again? We're going to spend $13 million now to fix it up. For what again?
World Cup.
World Cup again. Here we go again.
World Cup.
Here we go again.
T20 World Cup.
And again, let's talk about it. And we should. Okay. Why? What's the benefit to us?
What's the benefit of having T20 World Cup coming to St. Vincent? You think about it.
No, I want you to tell us. Why are you afraid to tell us?
Let's just say, for example,
go ahead.
World Swimming Championship coming to St. Vincent.
Yes.
What would be the benefit of that coming to St. Vincent?
What would be the cost of it, Bing?
The
cost worth the benefit? That's what you seem to miss all the time. You only look on one side. Here's the benefits. Here's the jobs. Here's the benefits. What is the cost?
Economic benefits will
how does that
economy?
So okay, good. We heard that in 2007.
From with what?
World Cup was coming. You forget very simple. Cricket World Cup
we
was
never
coming
had
to St.
any
Vincent.
major cricket World Cup.
Excuse me.
We
it was the Cricket World Cup in the Caribbean. We spent $52 million on it, Bing.
Which World Cup team
Bing,
played in St. Vincent?
Bing.
We didn't have any major teams.
Which World Cup team is coming to play in St. Vincent this time around?
We're talking about the T20 World Cup.
Every team? How many games you got in Bing?
What we had in St. Vincent in 2007.
How many?
4 games. We're getting 4 games. What we had in
I have a problem with the government spending so much money on cricket all the time and ignoring all the other sports. I have no objections to cricket. I have no objections to cricket.
You tell me you don't like
cricket. But what
happened
to all the other sports in the world?
You don't like it. The other sports should be given attention as well.
But they're not being given attention.
What we had in 2007 was a World Cup warm-up games, which was different.
But you didn't, at that time, Bing, there were very few people who said this is, the same argument we're having now. Back in 2007, we had the same argument. What is the benefit and what is the cost? Good. So you don't even know how many games we're having here in 2030. We're having 4 cricket games.
Yeah, World Cup
games.
T20 games.
Good. So let's assume out there sold out. I don't know what the capacity is. Let's call it 7,000 people. Call it 10,000 people.
Yeah, 12.
Let's assume it's totally sold out.
Yes.
Visitors come in.
Yes.
How long are they going to be here for?
But if we have 4 games, we will think that the
4 games over what period of time? 4 days, a week?
We will think at least.
Let's call it a week. Let's be nice. Let's call it a week.
Yes.
Right?
Go ahead.
How many visitors come into the country?
What do you think?
I have no idea. I know our current plane capacity. You can multiply it out. The American Airlines plane coming here carries roughly 150 passengers. There's 3 flights a week. You can begin to multiply.
You know what the president told me in the interview?
No, what did the president tell you?
That they will be doing charters.
Who's paying for that? To bring in which people?
The West Indies Cricket Board.
The West Indies Cricket Board?
Yes.
Are going to pay charters to bring in spectators into
No,
the country?
to bring in the cricketers.
I'm not arguing about the cricketers. West Indies Cricket Board can pay for it. Once it's not our money, I don't care. I'm talking about the benefits. The benefits are spectators coming to the country. Are you willing to listen? Are you willing to listen for once? Shady, you will listen, right? We have visitors coming to the country. They allegedly are going to buy tickets for the game and go to the games. 4 games, huh?
They're going to pitch tents.
4 games, okay?
They're going to stay no.
Okay. 4 games, okay? That's the first thing. They're going to stay in hotel rooms. So let me
They're going to eat.
So it's a relative. Excuse me, can you give me a chance?
Yeah, okay. You speak
They're going to buy food, drinks, they'll take taxis. We could sit down, Bing, take out a pen and paper, and multiply out how many people are likely to come, right? How much money they are likely to spend, how much VAT will go to the government, how much money will circulate into the private sector, and we will say, okay, then we're going to get $20 million. Let's say, pill a number out of the air. We're going to get in benefits $20 million.
Direct benefits. Let's say 5 million direct benefits.
Doesn't matter what number
Let's
you
say
call.
5
I
million.
don't
No,
care.
let's say 5 million.
The question
Let's
then
go at
is
the lowest.
the question
and
then
I'll show
is
you how we get to the highest.
yeah, of course, because people are going to come and they're going to come back again, and because the St. Vincent and Grenadines are going to get such wonderful exposure. Haven't we heard this a million times before? Didn't we hear this in 2007?
We will get the
Can I continue?
television marketing exposure, which we don't have the benefits for.
Hold on a second, please. So let's talk about the quantitative numbers first. The numbers we know. Let's give them 20 million. The next question, how much money are you prepared to invest to get that 20 million, Big? You called it 5 million. Indirect benefits. I said be nice and call it 20. How much money are you prepared to spend to generate $20 million or $5 million? What is the payoff, Bing? Why is it you refuse to deal with certain simple questions like that? There is a thing that you need to read. It's on Eyewitness News that I keep meaning to read. That Vincentians have the lowest financial IQ in the Eastern Caribbean, according to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. I think that's what the article said. I'm going to try and remember to read it if I can soon. Tomorrow, if I get a chance, right?
Financial literacy.
Financial literacy.
I read it.
And you are a prime example of that.
I read it.
You read it. Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
So you are sitting here talking all about benefits and not considering the cost.
Of course, you must
Is it
consider the
worth?
cost.
Is it? But you're not. But you don't. You're not considering the benefits. You're just considering benefits without the cost.
but are you
It's a matter
consider-
of
are you-
investing.
But have you considered the benefit at all, though?
I haven't done any numbers on it.
Also,
I'm not here to argue with you whether it's worthwhile or not.
okay.
I'm here to say we must
you-
do an analysis.
do you think-
and the
do-
government should do such analysis and present it to the people of the country.
Okay. So
with
do you-
every major project
do
we are
you
doing.
know if the government have done the analysis of bringing the
Have
T20
you seen
World
it?
Cup?
Have
No,
you
I've
seen
not
anything?
seen it.
I have. That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
So as far as I'm aware, they haven't done it.
Okay. So do you think bringing
They
the
do it in
T20
2007.
It was World Cup game, warm-up games.
They spent $52 million.
It was different.
That's
then.
not what was sold to us, Bing. You forget this. Mike Fidley was chairman for 15 years of that committee. He was chairman for 2 years after the World Cup was done. Right? And I'm only joking when I say 15 years, obviously. The point is we spent a lot of money. And before that was done, Bing, we were made all sorts of promises. And those of us who dare to ask questions are get shut down all the time. The same thing you are doing today. That you did to Kenson and you're doing to me again. You just automatically assume, they have suggested it's a great project. We should do it. We're spending $600 million or whatever it is on a port. What's going to be the benefits? What's wrong with asking the question?
But
I'm not saying it's right or wrong, it's good or bad. I'm saying let us do an analysis. What are the benefits? Is St. Vincent going to become a major transshipment point for containers to South America and to North America via the Panama Canal? Is that going to happen? And if we're assuming that, let's know about it.
I'll tell you the benefits. Legacy, buddy.
What's the benefits of the international airport so far?
Legacy, buddy.
Maybe it will be very beneficial in 10 years.
Legacy.
Maybe. But the point is we should ask questions and we should hear justifications. If you were going to have 4 World Cup games here, why is it worth spending $20 million on?
Let me answer you. Where we going to ask these questions and get these answers?
We're asking them here.
And where do you think the answers, how are we going to get them?
The Prime Minister and
gonna
the
call
government
a
could
media
decide whether they
conference
wish to tell
and
us
say,
answer those
Stephen,
questions or not.
Joachim and Bing and
No,
Kenson
the
asked
media,
these
the
questions
media
and
has
this
a
is
role,
it.
right?
Okay.
When the media and those of us who have public platforms
Yes.
have a role to provoke government to be more accountable and to tell us why you're doing investment
and
in
what
certain
about
things. What's
those
wrong with
who
that?
are in
Why is that wrong?
Parliament who have
They have a specific duty, a much higher duty than we do. But you can't sit back and rely on those people because they have not done a very good job in asking those kinds of questions, Bing. And if they have, I certainly haven't heard it. But it's unfair for me to say that because I don't listen to Parliament. But you tell me everything, and you're busy sending voice notes all the time when Parliament is on about how great things are and whatever. But what is wrong with asking what are the benefits and what are the costs? And we can make an informed decision.
Mr. Weeks, okay?
And I am late.
We're gonna get the cutlass out the room before we get to you. I'm gonna play some
Shady?
ads, okay? Yeah.
My friend.
Mr. Weeks,
Have a great day, guys. Everybody have a great day.
to he's paying for lunch on Friday at what the place name? We're going. He paying for Alexandria Hotel. He will be paying for lunch day. All right. But in the meantime, let's take this quick break and come right back with Mr. Weeks. Let's see. Maybe Mr. Weeks can give us some answers to some of the questions that have been asked.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Join us for a Sandals Resorts Job Fair, September 26th to 29th, 2023, at Kingstown Baptist Church, opposite Gardens Gate, Old Montrose, from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. Explore careers in food and beverage, administration, weddings, landscaping, engineering, sales, water sports.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party.
Always wanted a motorcycle, but they've been too expensive. I pass in on my way to work, and then boom, I see courts of motorcycles outside. I'm excited. I get up one day, I go down, I spoke to this guy. I think his name was Sheena, this short, chubby little guy, you know. I purchased 2 bikes so far. It was the 150 SL and the 250 Dragon. This blue, beautiful AKT TT Dragon, this is my baby. I call her Becky. She gives me the best ride ever. My name is Storyboy Nick, and I live to ride my AKT.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in-store for details.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Discover new Guinness Smooth. perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in-store for details.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company. Call us today at 784-456-1821 or email us at metrosint@vincysurf.com.
The shopping event of the year is here. The Crazy Sale is back and better than ever with 4 days of massive savings. Save up to 75% off. Yes, you heard right. 75% off selected items. Choose from windows, stationery, auto care products, and so much more. Pembroke, we're coming to you first on Wednesday, September 27th from 10 a.m. And Annesville, you're next on Thursday, September 28th. And it's all leading up to the main event going down in the Carrez Car Park in Kingston on Friday, September 29th and Saturday, September 30th from 10 a.m. Mark your calendars. It's time to head to Carrez and save big. Terms and conditions apply.
For an unforgettable dining experience, make your reservations now at Hotel Alexandrina's Culture Bar and Grill. Indulge in the vibrant ambience and exceptional flavor.
Get ready to experience the ultimate destination for relaxation, unwinding, and socializing at Hotel Alexandrina's Culture Bar and Grill. Immerse yourself in our vibrant ambience and savor the exceptional flavors of our delicious menu. Our menu is a treasure trove of flavors, offering an extensive selection of wines, liquors, cocktails, mocktails, shots, and mouth-watering dishes. Get ready for a taste of Vincentian hospitality like never before. We're open Monday to Saturdays from 3 p.m. until Hotel Alexandrina's Culture Bar and Grill, where flavors come to life.
The anthems and dance all great. Throwback Thursday.
When the top boy evolution.
Boom 1069. Boom.
He's a vibe.
On OMG in the morning with the real Batman Big and DJ Shady.
Hey, my plea, oh, dear. A song for my life. Rosa
up early this morning to the sounds of crying. Another mother shedding her tears. Oh, yeah. Why all the pain and suffering? Why all the senseless killing? Could it be that nobody cares? Oh, no. So many sons lost in the slaughter, blood running in the streets like water. A gun in hand knows no friend. No, warmongers selling death in my land, getting rich off the souls of we children. Can you tell me when will it end? How many more die? How many more must carry this load? Oh, how many more? How many more die? How many more before we trot down Zion Road? How many more?
We're gonna bring Mr. Weeks right about now. Let's get you a bit of this. Mr. Weeks, I've been trying to call you to apologize for being a bit late, but we're coming to you right now.
Please give a helping hand, oh Jah, to guide all of us together. People are straying and straying, dividing themselves from each other. There's too many hopeless souls.
Let's go, Shitty. Let's drop it.
Soldiers.
Time to connect with the most loved man on radio. Sir Lancelot is in the building.
It's now time for us to bring to you Mr. Weeks. We were quite late with him this morning. The callers and I had a long discussion, and then we had a long commercial break. We had to go to the top, and because of the programming structure, we play one song after the top. I hope we can get Mr. Weeks. I've been trying to call him, but I have not been able to reach him, but I hope that he is still available, because I know some of the questions that have been asked or were being asked that he may be able to answer. As Mr. Weeks is a man who has been in the system for quite a while and understand, thank you, and understands how government functions, the role of government, and how they function with regards to private direct investments, etc., etc., etc. So, Mr. Weeks, it's time for you to call if you're available. I know we are late with you this morning, but if you're available, I appreciate your call. All right, so what we'll do, we'll hold for a couple of minutes, and then we'll see. In the meantime, while we wait at Mr. Weeks, let's read some of the comments. Good or bad, whether they're cussing me or not. I'm not afraid to read when all they're cussing me. Shy Little say, Bing saving his ads with sandals. In other words, I am for sandals because I can get ads. I wish I could get that. Good morning, Mr. Weeks.
Good morning, Bing.
Good morning. Happy to have you this morning. I tried calling you a couple of times to apologize before you came on air, but I didn't get you. My apologies for being late with you this morning.
Morning, Shady, and greetings to all those who are listening still at this time.
No, they are listening. They are listening. I'm looking at the numbers and they are listening.
I just want to extend greetings to Dr. Cecil Richards if he is listening at this point, and to encourage him to continue to be that voice. The second thing I called to do, and which is really why I am making this call this morning, is to appeal to those persons who live here, especially those who are unemployed, but most so, but everybody in general, but most of those who are unemployed. That there's a big event that has been taking place for the last today's the third day. I think my information is today might be the final day. And I'm talking about that event that is taking place at the Kingston Baptist Church, where Sandals, a regional world-class entity, is providing opportunities for individuals to express their interests in becoming members of staff in that institution. I know that in many instances when the despondent worker, disappointed worker, and that's a category in the labor force. Those who really want to work, but they will not take steps to look for work because for one reason or the other, they have been disappointed for so long or too often that they simply sit around and hope or expect somebody to call them. Well, somebody's calling you. So many times these persons say, I'm not even going to bother because them jobs there. However, the opportunities, it may be a scholarship. I heard it in the past with housing. Person who I work with would say that them don't have the own already, so I'm not going to waste my time. I want to encourage those who are looking for the opportunity to make the time, go down or go up wherever you are, and represent yourself well and give yourself an opportunity to be employed in the organization, Sandals. Sandals is a regional organization that meets international standard. The Stewart family, but Stewart, who is now deceased and has left in control of his institution, because yes, but Stewart created an institution in this region. His surviving relatives, never mind some of us would have heard the haggling going on behind the scenes, but Sandals continue. Give yourself an opportunity to become a part of this. We live in an environment where the jobs at Sandals, and for that matter, any job in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, are not available for Vincentians only. Someone who is a resident, who is a citizen of Grenada, St. Lucia, Dominica, Antigua, St. Kitts, all of these OCS countries, they don't need a work permit to come into St. Vincent to work. They don't need no approval to come into St. Vincent to work. Sandals has been in St. Lucia for many years now. They have, I think, 3 establishments in St. Lucia. So Sandals could have simply bought over some of the existing staff along with persons who understand the Sandals brand in the St. Lucian market, could have brought them over to work in St. Vincent. As a matter of fact, persons with certain skills and qualifications, and soon to be, you don't have no qualification required, from throughout CARICOM, all of the English-speaking Caribbean countries, and Haiti, Suriname, and I don't remember which other one, do not need work permit to work in St. Vincent. They will just come, get a job, and take it. So in as much as Sandals is giving you an opportunity to apply and to become part of the establishment, and I am encouraging you to go out and take the step that you are required to take. Sandals is the start of something that I expect to grow and to become part and parcel of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in a similar way in which it is part and parcel of St. Lucia, Barbados, Grenada, Tobago, the countries that are around us. I'm talking about the expansion of the tourism industry. 2024, in my opinion, is expected to be a big year for tourism in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. First of all, in February, we are anticipating to have 34 or close to 34 heads of government from the Caribbean and Latin America to be in St. Vincent at the same time. And at that same time, I expect leaders from North America and Europe, Africa, and even Asia to be here to participate in that event. That's a big activity for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. First in its history that we're going to have such a big event. We have had big events before in that same category. But I believe this is going to be the biggest one in our history. And then sometime shortly after that, we would have the operationalization of Sandals in St. Vincent. That in itself is a big event. Sandals have international reach, international appeal. They set international standards. Sandals once owned a line in the Caribbean, or at least were a major participant in that operation. They did so. We have seen in the past where persons affiliated with airlines, as in the case of the early days of Liat. Yes, Liat. In the early days of Liat, those who owned Liat also owned large hotels in the Oasis in St. Lucia. And that gave St. Lucia a head start in terms of their tourism industry relative to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Sandals is coming here. The tourism industry has the potential to increase economic activity in every sector of the economy, starting from agriculture all the way down to services. And that includes transportation, the distributive trade. All of these sectors can benefit from the tourism industry. And I believe they're going to benefit. Because continuing with 2024, in June, we are going to have potentially 1 billion persons around the world looking at St. Vincent and the Grenadines, listening to persons from St. Vincent and the Grenadines speak. A few of them will come, a few relative to the billion, will come to St. Vincent to experience what we have to offer. And that, just on the basis of when it is happening, has the potential to be twinned with our carnival, festival, or carnival-related activities, and that in itself can have a multiplier effect. There are several reasons why that can be offered, why we should not do what we are doing. I am sure there would be those who would argue against St. Vincent and the Grenadines hosting the CELAC heads meeting in St. Vincent. We've heard the discussion about sandals and the concession that government gave to sandals. The only thing I want to add at this point to that discussion, because I don't want to get into the debate. I understand what debates are about and what they mean very well. I know that very well. But it's the only thing I want to add is that when government gives concession, the only thing that you're giving up is the opportunity cost to collect some extra money. Sometimes when we talk about giving concession, we make it seem as though government is taking money from the taxpayers and giving it to these entities. That's how it comes across sometimes. But we must be abundantly clear that government is not giving money. It is giving up money. It is, for example, the information in the public is that Sandals are in fact investing. They are investing $200 million US in St. Vincent in the first instance. In other words, they're taking up $200 million US from wherever they have it, and they can find it and bring it to St. Vincent, not necessarily in cash, but in some case in materials, in expertise, bring it to St. Vincent, and that is becoming part of our economy. That's what government is giving up, is collecting part of that $200 million US, are asking Sandals to find an amount additional to that to put into the treasury of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But that is contingent on Sandals spending the $200 million in St. Vincent. If Sandals does not spend the $200 million in St. Vincent, we will not be losing anything. The concession that we are giving up, they only come about when Sandals spend the money in St. Vincent, and all we are giving up in that instance is the opportunity to collect some of it in taxes. Bing, I heard you had a discussion about taxes recently. And sometimes we use the arguments presented in terms of the micro entity and superimpose it at the macro level. So we look at the firm and the household, and we think that is what applies to the economy. The economy is a compilation of all the firms and all the households. And how does that apply to taxes? Those who are prepared to do the research can go back and compare the taxes collected by government over the years, the total taxes collected by government over the years, and compare it with the relevant GDP, the GDP for that year. And you will see consistently that government used to collect 30 to 40% of the GDP in taxes. It took that out of what was produced to run the country. Over the years, that has declined to about 24, 25%. In other words, when there is about $2.2 billion of goods and services produced in St. Vincent in a year, government collect about 24, 25% of that in taxes. So whether the government collects it in VAT or income tax or levies, excise duties, custom duties, in whatever form, generally it is going to add up to about 24, 25% of what is produced in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So we can sit down and we can argue that government must reduce the rate in income tax. That is my preference. Or government can reduce the rate on the value-added tax. I prefer to hear the concessions in the income tax as compared to the value-added tax. In other words, I'm saying I prefer the tax to be collected at the expenditure end rather than the production end. Don't tax me because I go and do an additional job and get an extra $2,000 on my regular annual salary, and you're going to take $2,500 of that from me. Give me a chance to spend it and collect it that way in your VAT and other related taxes. I want to go back to where I started. One, to encourage Pastor Richards to continue to do what he's doing. By the way, I've been able to point out to Pastor that yes, we are related. And we are closely related. Because as Pastor told you here, his mother has roots in the village where I am from. And I happen to know the roots. So Pastor, I continue to encourage you to do what you're doing. We will attack you from time to time. But that shouldn't stop you. Don't let that stop you. And persons who are listening, who are so interested, go out and make representation to become a part of what Sandals call their family. Please do. I think that's what I wanted to say for today.
Mr. Weeks, I want to ask you a question if you don't mind. which came out of the discussions that we were having prior to you coming on. Do you think that government has a responsibility to inform the nation of the arrangements, the concessions, the agreements that are made between the country, the government, and the private direct investors?
As I said, I don't want to enter into the debate.
No, for knowledge. It's not for debate, but for knowledge sake. For my knowledge sake, because I don't know, I want to know if I'm wrong or what the situation is, right? If it's just for my knowledge sake, or others who may really want to know what it should be.
Being in respect to concession. Concessions are not given willy-nilly. It's not like Minister Gonzalez Camilo or the Prime Minister would go and sit and say, we will give you this and we will give you that in concession. The concessions that persons can get are laid out in the laws of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A farmer can get certain concession to bring in a motor vehicle that would aid in his production as a farmer. But there are stipulations that have to be met. I think you are the one who said it this morning, that if you're going to put up a small hotel, a small guest house of about 6 rooms, 6 guest rooms, you can get concessions to aid in you doing that. But there are stipulations that must be met. There's some planning stipulations that must be met. In terms of, it's not just a building with 6 guest rooms. You have to be able to accommodate a minimum amount of parking. You must have what looks like a front office, and so those are in the law. And even in that situation, the concession that you get are not monies that the government is going to give you. It is monies that the government will give up if you bring in your stuff from overseas. So if you were going to use, if you can justify that you need to use a vehicle for that purpose, if you buy the vehicle here, and that vehicle is included in the concession, that is, if you buy the vehicle here, a used vehicle for instance, you will gain nothing. You will pay the full price for the vehicle. If you buy the vehicle in Japan, government will give up some or all of the duties that it will normally collect on that vehicle. So go back to the question that you asked, Bing, whether or not the government has a response. I think it is to their advantage to tell the public what they are giving up. And I say giving up intentionally, because it must resonate that is not that government is giving something. They are giving up the opportunity to collect the taxes. So yes, government should tell us what they're giving up. And as I said just a while ago, we can know what the government will give up by reading the Fiscal Incentive Act. That's what it used to be called. I am not sure what it is called now, but I know for sure that there's an act under which these applications are made. Yes, so tell us what you're giving up. And also, as much as you can, tell us what the country will gain. I think members of the government, the political arm of government, have been making an effort to do so. They have been telling us from the very beginning, potentially, how much produce this particular hotel can buy. But I am going to disappoint, because I know for a fact that at least immediately we are not going to supply the level of produce that the entity will require. The folks related to Sandals set up an enterprise in Kaliako where they are purchasing from the local small businessmen. And from the very beginning, I said we will end up with a situation where workers will come from Honduras and places around that area, Central America, to work in our fishing industry. Because look at what is going on. There are entities in St. Vincent and the Grenadines who can't find fish to export. And I don't think it is solely because rainforest is here. But if the entities that we had before rainforest, who got concession to set up their establishment, local operators, some of them twinning with outsiders, cooperating with outsiders to set up their enterprise. If we were to allow just them to operate in this space, they will not be able to find the amount of seafood that they need to meet the demand. We just don't have the infrastructure and the production capacity at this point in harvesting the fish to be sold to them. And we just sit down and we complain about what the government gave up. And what are we giving up? What are we contributing to the productive enterprise other than our labor to earn a wage? We need more than that. The enterprise here that started 30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, they never had a job fair when they started. They have become among the largest employers in St. Vincent. We don't hear when they bring in an employee from outside and we have persons here in the enterprise, working in the enterprise, working with the enterprise, who are more trained, more highly trained, more qualified, far superior in terms of their experience, far more capable in doing the work that we bring in these persons to do. We don't know that it happens. I know from time to time when it happens. But I have respect for persons who I consider to be my friend. And sometimes I desist from talking about some of these things because for one of two reasons. One, persons think it's simple politics that you're talking. And two, there are some of our friends, even though it's a particular issue we are talking about, they say you are attacking them personally. And they run and hide. I don't want to discourage anybody from being a part of the conversation. So sometimes I keep my mouth closed and allow those who want to apply very simple, basic analysis to a situation, even when I know the analysis is so much deeper. For example, I heard my friend Stephen Joachim here promising to talk about the census, and one of the things that he wanted to talk about is why do you need to collect information as to how much work you do in your house during a particular period. There's a legitimate reason for that. It is because there are important stakeholders, important sectors in our society who, for decades, have been making the point that there's certain jobs, well, it's not a job because you're not paid, certain activities that are undervalued, that are disregarded in our economy. Just to be a bit clearer. You see, housewives, mothers, sisters, brothers, daughters, and in an increasing way, fathers. You see the work that they do at home to maintain their families, the laundry they do, the food they cook, the yard they mow and clean up. That is far more than what is actually measured in the GDP for that part, for those activities in the country, significantly more. It might turn out to be, if we were to compare that with any other sector, with any sector in the economy, we might find that that is far more valuable. And persons have been lobbying over the years, decades now, I know for sure, that persons have been asking that we should find out. Right. And this is one way of finding out. Because when you know how much work is being done, how many hours in the aggregate, and what a better time to do it when you're attempting to collect information from every household, every individual in the country. And you can aggregate that in terms of the time. And you can add a value for it. And the feminists, those who argue on behalf of the women, and now hope they will add the men who do it too. They will be able, the statistical office can now, in a small way, satisfy them by saying this is the aggregate in terms of time that is spent by residents of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in housework. And can add a value for it. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you very much, Mr. Weeks. We really appreciated your commentary this morning. As I said, I really needed to hear some of the answers that you gave to some of the questions that was asked. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, all right? I'm going to take a quick break now as we prepare for Dr. Richards to come right after this quick commercial break. Don't you move. Don't you move away. Let's go with that break, Shady. Let's go.
Are you looking for that honesty, reliability, and professional services that can give you a peace of mind? Look no further than on
Get ready to experience the ultimate destination for relaxation, unwinding, and socializing at Hotel Alexandrina's Culture Bar and Grill. Immerse yourself in our vibrant ambiance and savor the exceptional flavors of our delicious menu. Our menu is a treasure trove of flavors, offering an extensive selection of wines, liquors, cocktails, mocktails, cocktails, shots, and mouth-watering dishes. Get ready for a taste of Vincentian hospitality like never before. We're open Monday to Saturdays from 3 p.m. until Hotel Alexandrina's Culture Bar and Grill, where flavors come to life.
For only $15.
I bet you don't have health drinks on special.
You can get the popular 16 ounces V8 Splash Tropical Blend for $8. Also 42 ounces Always Save Old Fashioned Oats, $17.50.
Mom, do they have cereal?
Yes.
I am Denicia Boswin, Miss Metro Saint General Insurance Company Limited. Are you a crime buster?
Hi, my name is Remote Williams. I'm a barber / cyclist, and I'm a crime buster.
Alright, so I'm Malachi Nero, and I bust crime on the track.
Hi, I'm Zanelle Comerbatch, and I'm a crime buster.
I am Katie, and I am a crime buster.
My name is Sianja Enville, and I am a crime buster.
I am Gregory, and I'm a crime buster.
I'm Debbie, and I'm a crime buster.
I am Janine, and I'm a crime
For the biggest back in time jam ever. Woodsy's Bar, Brooklyn, New York. Get ready.
Introducing Hotel Alexandrina's Culture Bar and Grill, the ultimate destination for relaxation, unwinding, and socializing. Come to prospect and enjoy our vibrant ambiance and exceptional flavors. Our menu is a treasure trove of flavors, offering an extensive selection of wines, liquors, mouth-watering dishes, and so much more. Hotel Alexandrina's Culture Bar and Grill is where you can experience Vincentian hospitality at its finest. We're opened Monday to Saturdays from 3 p.m. until. Visit or call 456-9788 for more information. Hotel Alexandrina's Culture Bar and Grill, where flavors come to life.
Let's check in with the doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG.
All right, we got Dr. Richards backstage. Let's bring him forward, Shady, and say good morning to Dr. Richards. Good morning to you, Doc.
Hey, good morning, Bing. Good morning, Shady.
Morning, Doc.
Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Bing, I need to do something that's very, very important, first of all, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, Doc.
Yeah, okay, just wanted to be sure. If you would pay attention also to what I'm about to say. At the get-go, I want to sincerely apologize for being so agitated yesterday. Some of the persons who are listening now probably would not know what I'm talking about and would have missed it. But it was a matter of a song that I thought was really derogatory towards women. I really felt it from the depth of my being. I felt really moved by it, and I tried to express it. You saw it differently, and so in pushing my point, I got very agitated in making my point, which that's not my usual thing. So again, by the way, Bing, there was nothing at all, and I hope you know that there was nothing at all in that was directed to you at all. A lot of time, whether I'm engaging you or Fernando or Daniel or whomever, Jill, it doesn't matter. When I'm engaging them, they are standing for the general public. So I actually use their name. I say, Jill, come on, or whatever. But you know, and being on the radio all the time, you know that There's nothing in there that's directed against you at all. I said that you are my friend, so you know that it was not. I don't get into that personal thing. I was agitated over a mindset, a mentality, a worldview that continue to subvert the value of women. And that's just my opinion. Of course, others disagree with me. Continues to subvert the value of women, demean them and cheapen them. Others are not seeing that. Others see it as art. Others see it as creative license that you could just go ahead and say what you want under the umbrella of creative license. And again, that just provoked me. And I got so agitated yesterday that I was just like, looking back, I was like, how could I allow and I know why, though, babe. I know why I got agitated, and there are not many things in life that will trigger me like that. But I've been with this station for, it's over a decade now. And you know me well, so you know that this is one of the issues. I don't climb every mountain and fight in it, but you know, historically, this is one of the things. This is not a just now thing. It's one of the things that I push and get agitated about. Kenson, I do. And then you also understand, and we need to grow up. And when I say we, I need to grow up and get beyond it. But I have not gotten beyond it yet. Being the personal trigger there of when I see male dominance and women being bashed and beaten, whether with words or with your fit, or with your fist or with anything else. You know how I have seen male dominance played out in the society, being close up, and you know how it has pained me. Being the personal trauma, others don't know, but the personal trauma that I have gone through, that we have gone through with this. So I thought that you would understand. It's a trigger, and I need to grow up. I need to. Sometimes we tell people get beyond your pain, and as a counselor, we tell get beyond the pain. But sometimes getting beyond your pain is a very hard thing. And sometimes you think you have healed, and just the slightest scratch, and the pain is there again. So yes, I admit that I was agitated, and I admit there was a certain trigger. Others listening might not recognize what the trigger was. You would know, but others don't know what the trigger was. The way women are viewed to be dominated, it gets to me. And I wish the next time an issue like this comes up, that I won't get agitated, but I can't promise. The other thing that I want to say, well, a wise lady being, she's really wise. You know her well. And she messaged me after my program yesterday, and she said, Pastor, I am disappointed in you. And then she outlined the reasons why she was disappointed. Comments like that, Bing, I rarely key in on, and I don't push back. There are some people who, if they think they get criticized, if they think they're being rebuked, if they think that they're being corrected in any way, that they push back. On the other hand, if someone tries to correct me, I respect them and I listen. And this lady said, Pastor, you got too agitated, and because you got, and I listened, and there's a teaching moment for all of civilians. Just listen to me. Said, Pastor, because you got so agitated, the value of your point got put to the side, and people would zero in on your agitation, and you would lose people. Those were really wise words. Those were really, really wise. Those are the things that I have been preaching myself and saying on this radio. Keep calm. Keep calm. Don't get all worked up in your feelings and your emotion. Emotional intelligence. These are things that I have been saying. And then in the moment, I myself failed, which really is something that I have come on radio. And this is the second time in about 2 weeks I've said that we don't need to present ourselves as perfect beings because the best of us fail. And yesterday, in my agitated response, I failed because I am the one who keeps saying over and over emotional intelligence. Keep control of your emotion. Don't get angry. Don't get worked up. And I'm not going to justify it, although you know what the trigger is. And although I know what the trigger is, I say I am not going to justify it on the trigger. The trigger is real and it will get me I would hope it won't get me, but it's a deep, deep trigger and it matters to me. So that's why I would fight hard because it matters to me, but I need to fight hard, being more controlled. So what that lady said to me, in saying, Pastor, I'm disappointed in you because you say keep calm, and yet yesterday you got agitated. So again, I'm publicly apologizing. She said something else too that was really, really, deep. A woman is wise. She said something that was really deep. She said, Pastor, you have to realize, don't get pulled in these trigger moments. You have to realize that there's a different standard for you. Well, not using her exact words, but I got what she was saying. I gather what she was saying is there's a different standard for you, Pastor, than for others on the radio. I got what she was saying. We hear outrage on this radio every day. Even the phrase came up where we use, there's some people who will get outraged and say, I don't care. I don't give a fly about who gets upset about what I have to say. I'm saying it anyway. So we get outraged. We hear on this radio people calling people stupid, call the host stupid, but you're ignorant to what, or you don't know this. You hear it all the time. And very heated discussions you hear on this radio station. Whether it is Hamo or Kenson. Kenson has a program called The Rant, which many people listen to. Kenson, I have seen your live is one of the most popular lives on the feed. So yeah, but people love that you would come on and that you would rant and vent and get agitated and agitate for issues that matter to them. So you understand agitation. Bing, you understand that. You said bring the bacchanal, you love the bacchanal. So you understand that. But she said to the pastor, not for you, that ain't for you. It's okay for other, and I got it. It's a different playing field. The playing field is not level. It is okay for people to get agitated. I listened to an agitated discussion this morning. Beneficial, by the way, a beneficial discussion on cricket and what cricket brings. But it was agitated. And, it was agitated until somebody on the live messaging, guys listen to one another. It was agitated. But what that woman said was so wise. She's so wise. Pastor, that's not for you. You're not going to get away with it. You don't have that privilege. If others get agitated, it's okay. It's actually welcome and appreciated. Pastor, if you get agitated, as she said, I don't like the comments they're going to make about you. I don't like it, so you have to always keep calm. The playing field is not level. So, I appreciate that. And again, just thought I would just come on to say, man, I'm flawed. I try to say good things to this nation being. My heart, I try to teach from where I am and what I think would be valuable. I really try, and I don't want it to get thrown out in one moment when I get agitated. And although I try to teach all of these things which are ideal in terms of values, I also recognize that some of the very things that I teach, I have to work on. And yesterday taught me that even the best of us, we still have our flaws. And although I teach certain things, I can get agitated. And I am the kind of person that I don't want to come before this audience that I depend on listening to me. I don't want to come before them and pretend that I am not flawed in this, I'm not flawed in that, whatever, I come and say, man, I'm sorry. I got triggered. It threw me back to something of male dominance, and I got it triggered. It got me, and I have to manage myself better. So my apologies. I also want to say this too. Okay, I'm done with the apology. Mr. Weeks is maybe others did, but I missed them. So please allow that. But Mr. Weeks came on this morning and he gave a supportive and encouraging word. Because to be honest, I felt very discouraged knowing that, boy, you failed yesterday. They lost what you were saying. They didn't get it because you got too worked up and you came on too strong. So my fault, okay? Mea culpa on me. And I felt like, boy, I lost that one yesterday. And I got no really public support at all. I didn't hear any. And then I heard Mr. Weeks this morning say, but Pastor, keep fighting the thing. He said, and all he said is something, we gonna come at you. And he didn't say they, Mr. Weeks. Thank you. He said, we gonna come at you. And I get it. You know what? I preached a sermon last week. Last week I preached a sermon being, I think you may have heard it. Speak the truth, but watch your back. And that was the title of the sermon. Speak the truth, but watch your back. And the context of the sermon, something Jesus said, is that when you put your truth out there, if they don't like your truth, they will come at you. And Jesus, actually in John 12, this is what he said. He said, the world hate me. The world hates me for what I represent. The world hates me. And he said, don't be surprised if when you represent my truth, they're going to hate you too. So I preached that sermon. Speak the truth, but watch your back. And I said, I encourage the congregation to be like Jesus. Jesus didn't back down. I mean, he just spoke the truth. He would flip tables. He went into the temple and he turned tables. He aggravated priests, Pharisees, and publicans. And he just aggravated everybody. Eventually, they killed him. Actually, they just got rid of him and they killed him. And I said to the congregation, Jesus wants us to be that kind of radical person where if we have a truth to speak, we speak it and we don't back down. And the blows will come and the pressure and everything will come. And he said it, I'm sending you out as sheep among wolves, still go. And I said that to the congregation. And here I was yesterday feeling a little bit discouraged. I'm like, and so Mr. Weeks and that lady who wrote to me and voice messaged me eventually, thank you, because I might have been thinking, man, I'm not getting through this, lay down your guns. And then I'm reminded of my own sermon, speak the truth, watch your back. And by the way, on Monday gone, because I knew I was going to have a very, very busy week, I prepared a sermon for this weekend. And so before all of this unfolded, I prepared a sermon that was entitled, When God is for you, it does not matter who is against you. So I'm going to have to live these things that I'm preaching. And I'm going to have to be brave and courageous, like Mr. Weeks has encouraged me to be. And yes, Mr. Weeks did have quite a delightful conversation with me. And I didn't realize the close connection until he started talking to me about the family connection there. Earlier this week, we had a really great conversation. So you got to keep speaking truth. And my last matter, in relation to Mr. Weeks was one of the students that I had the privilege of, I don't know how to put this, being the facilitator, but them guys did the work on themselves. I wasn't really their teacher. Economics. Mr. Weeks was a brilliant student. I still remember seeing, the only thing I didn't like with Mr. Weeks was his handwriting, to be quite fair, but he would write well. I'm not surprised that he gave such a fantastic economic lesson this morning, particularly on the matter of concession, because concession has become a code word for favoritism. It's amazing when people use the word concession, they're getting concession. It has become a code word for favoritism. So he unpacked that properly to explain to people. I hear people saying all the time, church get concession. I'm asking, what do churches get concessions on? Because I don't know. What is it churches could be bringing in? Because we don't. The last item we got concessions on being was 78 chairs, little chairs like for kids, children, used chairs, so that when children come to church, they can have something to sit on. So the government facilitated that. There is something in the law, in the books that allows for concession for churches, and it's something that came in. You know, I guess there are people who would begrudge you bringing in chairs, getting a little, I don't know, $200, $300, $400, $500 off. I don't know. Probably doesn't amount to much because it's used chairs, used. What do churches get concessions on? But see, that's not the point. The point is if you use the trigger word, the code word, concessions, then it sounds like a buyout and favoritism. So I thank you, Mr. Weeks, for your excellent economic lesson. But here's the thing that I also realize is that when you teach like that, solid, I've been there. When you teach what should be unassailable stuff, there are people who will stoop their teach. There are people who are going to find it boring. There are going to be people who are just going to be totally disgusted and rubbish what you say. But keep bringing the truth. There's growing up people out there that don't really want to hear meaty, solid stuff. I wish everyone a most blessed weekend, and pray that God covers you, watches over you, and be mindful of what you do. Always being mindful to do the two main things. Love the Lord your God with all your heart. But the second is really important. It's just like it. Love people. Love your neighbor as yourself. You see, Christ boiled the thing down. The vertical thing, he said, love God. And the horizontal thing, love people. Now, it's impossible to love God vertically without loving people. So, Bing, I love you, bro. And all the people out there on the live, I love you. Okay?
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you.
Love God, love people.
Have yourself a great weekend, Doc. Catch you on Monday morning.
Take care. Have a blessed one, Bing.
Thank you. I wanna respond because for the entire morning my WhatsApp have been going since yesterday about what was said by Dr. Richards yesterday. And I had to explain to one or two persons, or remind one or two persons, right, why I was disappointed, you know, and why Dr. Richards is on the program. And I had to also revert back to a friend of mine, I can call her named Claire Keyser, who would always say one of the things she loved to listen about OMG is she enjoys the different commentators. She enjoyed the bacchanal when I'm ready to go at it. Sometimes she thinks she enjoyed the fun part of it. She thinks some of it is funny. She likes the personality and all of that. And at the end of the program, she enjoys the fact that Dr. Richards brings it all together in a calm and a smooth way, in his own way. And I must say, just as Doc said his truth, that I was disappointed yesterday when I reflected on all that was said and all the persons who messaged me and this and that and that. And, well, Doc apologized this morning, so, you know. Listen, I can't stay too long because I've got to go. But the phone lines have been going consistently. This will be the final call, and then I've got to go. Call good morning, you're live.
Thank you to allow me to get it. Just to be short. All I just want to say to you, I will bring to you a document. I called people at random. I said, what do you think about Bing? What do you think about Hammy? What do you think about Weeks? What do you think about the people who call? And I'm saying I'm getting a very frightening, and I'll give it to my wife to bring it to you personally. Because what I'm saying is that we have to tell the public the truth. If the economy is good, it is good. I'm telling you the economy is dead. I'm telling you under Section 70, 75, and 76, there is no auditor general account, auditor general accountant for our monies. The economy is the worst ever we have ever seen in the world. Crime, the highest, sexual assault on young children. And here you have Mr. Weeks and Mr. Giving information.
Hold it together. Try and hold it together. Okay.
Yes.
Hold it together.
Hear me. Here they're giving them information. Ask them to give you a document to show. And I'm not here to tell you all or criticize Mr. Weeks for maybe his current condition. I could only come here and talk, because if I make a mistake, they put me in quotes. And so I am only saying, are these people giving you truth, or are they just saying partisan propaganda? I'll give you the document and you'll see it. Because what is going to happen, they're going to cause the radio station to be sold. God, keep it together. They're going to get your station in trouble. Please, Mr. Weeks and Mr. You all stop telling lies.
All right, okay. But
God bless you very much. Love you very much.
Love you say that people are telling lies like that. You have an opinion, you can say this is your opinion, but don't just come and say that people are telling lies. Listen, guys, I've got to go. Tomorrow morning we'll be back. Jill, yesterday morning I forgot to say happy birthday to you on a Jill. Is it too late? It's not too late, so you're gonna come around and say happy birthday to you. Come around, you're gonna come around. Although I gotta run, We didn't say happy birthday to Jill on air yesterday. We didn't. Jill, belated happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
How was your birthday?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Yes.
You guys made it so awesome. Everybody made it so awesome. Our callers, our Shade Room audience, you, my co-workers, everybody. Thank you so much. The cake was awesome. I had a good time in the day and in the night. So
that's very good. I'm happy that you had a great birthday. And it's always special when I hear my employees say that we made their birthday special.
I appreciate you guys so much.
And we love you. Listen, guys, if you want to feel some real love, stick around with Jill. I call her a name that I won't call on air because I think she's just different. She's just different. She's just different, and she is a lot of love. She's a bundle of joy and a bundle of love. So keep that with you wherever you go, Jill.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your day. And listen, stick around with her, all right? Stay with her and her DJ, who's already here in the building. Yes? Yeah? I hope so, because we got to run, all right? I've got an appointment I've got to go to. Guys, enjoy your day. God's willing, I'll be back tomorrow morning. Thank you. Hey, tomorrow is Friday. Yeah. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's Friday already. Hey, have yourself a great one. We go on.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6, a bigger jackpot game.
$210,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot for midday, Friday, September 29th. It's $210,000.